Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in to our coverage of 76ers versus Grizzlies here on 76ers Now. I am Jake Chipper, and thank you all so much for tuning in and joining us tonight. And what a big game this is going to be for the Philadelphia 76ers. As for the first time this season, Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey will all play together the same court, in the same game, for the first time all season. Tyrese Maxey available to play and will start coming off his hamstring injury. Of course, Embiid and Paul George both missed chunks of time to start this season. But as Claire H. says, the gang is back. And we can finally see now what this team looks like at pretty much full strength. No Kyle Lowry tonight in this one. Is dealing with a bit of an injury, a hip injury that will hold him out for at least 3 games. But yes, go Birds, Tyrese Maxey is back. Expected to be on a minutes restriction, so we'll see exactly how much run he does end up getting, but he will start the game. And as T points out, Maxey McCain backcourt tonight, yes. The Sixers will start Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain, Paul George, Caleb Martin, and Joel Embiid. So we get to see what a Maxey McCain backcourt looks like for really the first time since McCain's been sort of popping off. That coincided with Tyrese Maxey's departure from the lineup with his injury. Again, Sixers traveling to Memphis on the road for this one to take on the Grizzlies in what's a much-needed win for the 76ers, now 2-11 on the season, not off to the start that they were all hoping for and they were all envisioning. So hopefully now with the gang all back, the Sixers big three back at it, they can pick up just their 3rd dub on this season and start to right the ship. Sixers are actually 4-point favorites here tonight, surprisingly enough, on the road. That over-under set at 225. Go Birds getting those F Grizzlies going back. In the chat, Joey Peterson. What up, my man? I hope Zach Edey fouls out. Well, lucky for you, Zach Edey's not playing in this game with an ankle injury. Neither is John Morant. Neither is G.G. Jackson. Neither is Vince Williams. Neither is Marcus Smart. A list and a bevy of injuries for the Memphis Grizzlies here tonight. So Sixers now back getting healthy. Grizzlies rather injured. They're going to be starting Scottie Pippen Jr., they're going to be starting Wells, Desmond Bane, Brandon Clark, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Hope he never plays again. That's a bit much, huh? That's a bit much. But if you don't like Zach Edey, that's fine. Lisa Chipper, what's up? My mom in the chat. Let's go Sixers. They definitely need this one. It's a big one. And speaking of this comment section, let's get it popping right now. Where are you watching from? 25 people in here watching live. As you come into the stream, hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video, helps us get more people in here and lets me know that you guys are enjoying the stream, having a good time. Where are you watching from? Let's see. Claire says, Wisco, Wisconsin. Go Birds in Philly. A should be an easy win for the Sixers, but they will probably win by a point. It's just kind of how this season's been. Wouldn't be surprised at anything right now. Joey P. at the American Airlines Center. Go Stars. Not a huge hockey guy myself. If I were to root for a team, I would root for the Flyers, no question. But, you know, can pull a little bit for the local team, the Stars. Bucks County, PA. From my mom, Jerry S., predicting another Embiid stinker. You think so? Look, they're coming off the team meeting that they had after Monday's loss to the Miami Heat. Kyle Lowry called the team meeting, and we now know in this meeting, Tyrese Maxey called out Joel Embiid for being late to everything, team meetings, practice, whatever it is. Apparently Embiid is just always late, always tardy. And apparently Embiid received the message well. There was some discussion on the coaching, and Embiid said he was a little confused what they're trying to accomplish in the court sometimes. Players said they wanted to be challenged harder and coached harder. Coaches asked players to practice with more purpose and more attention to detail. So first game now after that sort of team meeting, you have to come out and respond. We'll really see what this team is made of and what Joel Embiid is made of based off how they perform here tonight, I expect them to come out with a fire. Time in the Buckeye, and Ohio. Time in the Buckeye, an absolute legend, an absolute real one here at Chat Sports. All right, before we continue, just about 8 minutes and some change to go until tip-off here in this game. I do want to tell you guys about a great sponsor that we have here at Chat Sports, and that is DraftKings. The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups, every Tuesday and Friday playing for the right to advance in the single elimination in-season tourney, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Vegas. First time? Here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SixersChat. That's code SixersChat for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball. So the picks I am rocking with tonight, just 2 here on this Wednesday night. Sixers, as I mentioned, are actually 4-point favorites in this game, so I'm going to go Sixers -4. I'm riding with the squad, and I'm riding with Joel Embiid as well. I know a lot of people are very frustrated right now with Joel Embiid and his play as of late to start this young season for him, but I think he's going to respond well after the team meeting and being called out by Tyrese Maxey and that going public and people kind of starting to bash on him a little bit. I think he answers the bell here tonight, especially with no Zach Edey for the Memphis Grizzlies. So I'm going to go Embiid over 24.5 points. Of course, lines and odds are subject to change on DraftKings. Use that code SixersChat. New customers get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Go Birds. Chip, are you doing as many watch parties as possible? Yeah, I'm trying to get minimum 1 a week in right now. You know, kind of in the heat of the NFL season and with the Eagles being firmly in that playoff race. The NFL just takes priority here at Chat Sports, but trying to do as many as I can. Again, trying to go at least 1 a week, but once the NFL season wraps up and we get closer to the back half of the NBA season, closer to the playoff hunt, we're going to be doing, I want to try to do every game once, we get past Super Bowl and all that. And then, of course, hopefully, the Sixers are in it at the end of the year. But that's looking down the line. Right now, we just got to focus on the here and the now, and that's the Sixers bouncing back and trying to pick up some W's here in this season. We mentioned earlier, and I want to pull this stat up again because it was pretty mind-boggling to me in regards to teams that start off the season as poorly as the 76ers had and their promises and their potential at making the playoffs not too good based off record alone. So 76ers at 2-11. 106 NBA teams have started a season 2-11 or worse in NBA history. Of those 106 teams, just 8 have wound up making the playoffs and only 3 had a winning record. Now, of course, circumstances matter. And with the new play-in tournament that the NBA has implemented these last few years, of course, that makes it easier to get into the playoffs after having a poor start. And again, circumstances matter because this team has so much talent. They've been decimated by injuries. A lot of teams that start 2-11 just aren't good teams. This Sixers team, I truly believe, is a good basketball team. Just off to a poor start and, again, been decimated by injuries. So I'm looking at Nick Nurse, who put out a video earlier on the channel. Some people were asking if, Nick Nurse's job could be in jeopardy, if he could be on the hot seat. Not that he would get fired right now, but if the season continues to go poorly, would that be in the cards? Again, I don't think so. Personally, I think Nick Nurse is one of the better coaches in the league. He does need to do a better job of making adjustments, which he's done so well in his coaching career. He's been known as a guy that makes in-game adjustments and can get some better play out of his bench players, things like that. Sixers have been an awful third quarter team thus far, but I do believe that can change. Jerry S., I think Embiid is washed, to be honest. No one knows Embiid's injury. It's a disgrace. Well, it's a left knee injury. He's wearing a big wrap on that left knee. I want the Eagles to win it all. I would throw my life savings for a Super Bowl for the Birds. Man, go Birds. I can't even tell you. Back when they won that Super Bowl those years ago, I was just in high school at the time, and that was I wish I could go back and get that feeling again, because there was truly nothing like it. Got a Super Chat menu here tonight. All Super Chats get a shout-out. Super Chat is sort of like a tip. Send in a few bucks. We'll get your message up here on the screen, read it out for you. You can say whatever you want and give you a little shout-out. Every $5 Super Chat, I got some Tito's right over here. Got some vodka. Going to be taking shots of vodka for every $5 Super Chat that comes in. And if we get to $50 in Super Chats tonight, in total, this isn't one $50 Super Chat. This is as a whole. If we get there together, I will do a beer bong. And if we continue to get every 50, then I will keep doing beer bongs. That is how we are rocking here tonight. All right, let's get this comment section going. Who you got? Type PHI for the Sixers. MEM for those Memphis Grizzlies. Are you in your late 20s or early 30s? Go Birds. I'm actually in my early 20s. Early 20s. Go Birds. Always typing those PHIs. You've been a real one throughout our watch parties thus far. Under 2 minutes to go until this scheduled time for tip-off. Probably a few minutes after. Jerry, yes, young man. Yes, sir. Chasing my dream, baby. Sathvik Kata typing those PHIs. Who's playing on Philly? So the Sixers, Levi, are going to be starting Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain. As we get a $5 Super Chat from my dad saying, go Sixers. Get that up here in a sec. But back to your question, Levi. Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain, Paul George, Caleb Martin, Joel Embiid are starting for Philadelphia. The only player that's injured right now for Philly is Kyle Lowry. That's it. Knicks in 4. Knicks have struggled to start the year as well. Knicks have not been very good to start this season. A little bit of a disappointment considering all the moves they made. But we will see what happens. 8 and 6 need to gel. Yeah, I do think part of it is just needing to gel. Part of it is just needing to gel, and that's part of why the Sixers, I think, also are taking a while to, get up there, because they have so many moving pieces and new parts, just like the Knicks. Like, it's hard. It's just hard when you have all these moving pieces to get them all to work together early in the season. If they lose these next few games, do you think they should blow the team up from Jerry? No, I don't think so. If you're 2-11, if you lose like 3 in a row, all of a sudden you're 2-14, 2-15. Look, this core is locked up. It is what it is. They signed Embiid to an extension. They signed Maxey to an extension. They signed Paul George to that long-term deal. This core is locked up. So they're not going anywhere, right? They could switch up some of the role players and some of the surrounding pieces, but they're not going to be changing up the big three. So there's no blowing it up. They got to figure it out, and hopefully that starts here tonight. All right, we'll get that Super Chat up on screen. Shout out to my dad with the $5 Super Chat. Go Sixers. $5 means I'm taking a shot first one of the day. You think they should tank to keep their pick because if they lose, let's say, the 6 games? Look, so the Sixers do owe their pick to the Thunder. Now, if the pick is, I believe it's top 4 or top 6 protected, so if it is high up there, the Sixers do get to keep the pick. I'm not thinking about tanking, man. I'm not thinking about tanking. I don't care that you're 2-11. Top 6, yeah. Look, I'm not worried about that. This team has a talent to win playoff games. And even though they haven't started off well, the goal to me is still the goal. The main mission is still the main mission. And that is to win games and to win an NBA championship. You didn't pay Paul George all this money. You didn't pay Tyrese Maxey, pay Joel Embiid, sign all these free agents to tank. It's just, we've already dealt with enough of that here in Philadelphia. All right, $5 super chat. Go Sixers. Cheers, everybody. Woo! Are you anywhere between 22 and 27 years old? I am 23. MJ year. All right, moments away from tip-off. 35 people in here, hanging out. This is what I want everyone to do right now as we wait for the official start of this ball game. If you're ready for this game to start, to see the big three play together for the first time this season, hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. 35 people watching. Let's get to at least 15 to 20 likes right now. If you are excited to watch Joel Embiid, Paul George, Tyrese Maxey play for the first time at the same time. Who's playing for the Grizz? What channel is it on? I'm watching on League Pass right now. But you can just listen right here if you don't got it. It's not on national TV. The Grizzlies, so a lot of injuries for the Grizzlies. No Ja Morant, no Zach Edey, no Marcus Smart. That's 3 of their starters right there. Also no Gigi Jackson. Oh, brutal news for the Warriors. Also no Gigi Jackson. No Vince Williams. No Cam Spencer. So a lot of injuries. They're going to be starting, I believe I saw Scottie Pippen Jr. They're going to be starting Jalen Wells, Desmond Bane, Brandon Clark, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Those are the 5 for Memphis. If Philly loses, I would be very concerned. To me, it's about their effort more than anything in this game. If they come out and they're playing mentally weak and not showing enough effort, not hustling, if the shots aren't falling, the shots aren't falling. It is what it is. But if they're not playing with that energy, with that toughness against a tough and gritty Memphis team, we know how they get down in Memphis, grit and grind, I'm going to be pissed. Because then what'd you have the team meeting for? If you're going to meet as a squad and talk about the things you need to do better, and then you come out and you look flat. You have to start off well in this game, and you got to, in my opinion, dominate this game against a team missing a few of their best players. It just can't happen. It just can't happen. 6 likes away from 20. Again, if you're excited to see this Sixers big three play for the first time this season, I need you to hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. When we get to 20 likes, we're 5 away, I will crack my first drink of the night. Scottie Pippen Jr. getting the triple-double. Man, he's a nice player. He's a nice player. He's done well filling in for Ja Morant this season. I play in a fantasy basketball league, and I thought about picking him up, but didn't end up doing it. But another player who's been playing really well for Memphis is Jalen Wells. Another rookie. He's kind of second, third right now in the Rookie of the Year race behind Jared McCain, and Dalton Connect to the Lakers is also up there. 11.5 points, 3 rebounds, 42% from the field. He's been a solid player for Memphis. Did you go to college, Chip? Yeah, go Birds. I went to Clemson. Clemson University in South Carolina. Absolutely loved it. All 4 years. All right, here we go. Sixer starters getting introduced. Maxey, McCain, Paul George, Caleb Martin, and Joel Embiid. Levi, Philly needs a Tari Eason or a Dorian Finney-Smith type of guy. I would love either of those two on the squad. Now, unfortunately, the Rockets say that Tari Eason is untouchable. I don't know how much I believe that because there's no way they can pay all these young guys they have. But Tari Eason would be the perfect fit on this team, man. I would easily give up a future first-round pick plus some salary to go and get a guy like Tari Eason. DFS, I like Tari Eason a little bit better, but DFS still is another player who can shoot the ball, play defense, typical 3-and-D wing in Brooklyn is in a fire sale right now. They're even talking about trading Cam Thomas. Are you kidding me? Why would you trade Cam Thomas? That boy's a bucket, and they're thinking of trading him? Ain't no way. Lord Buddy Bear, is Morant really injured, or did he go to the gun store again? He's really injured, but who knows what he's doing in his off time. He does have a hip injury, I believe is what it is. He's missed a few games. When are they starting? This game should be starting any moment now. They were set for a 7 o'clock tip-off. Also, Sixers fans will remember the name DeAnthony Melton. Remember, DeAnthony Melton left the Sixers this offseason, signed with the Golden State Warriors. DeAnthony Melton has a torn ACL, and he is out for the year. Just awful, awful stuff. I feel so bad for Melton, man. Dealt with the back injuries last year. Was a little bit injured to start this year for Golden State. And now he tore his ACL. Just, you really feel for a guy and a future Sixer who I really liked as a player, man. And I thought he had a lot of value and could have been really good on this squad. Unfortunately, the back injuries again last year just kept him out. Now, a torn ACL just sucks. I don't mind trading Cam while his value is high. I don't think you can build around him if he isn't a high-scoring option. You don't get his true value like Brandon Ingram. Yeah, it's an interesting conversation. It's kind of like the LaMelo Ball conversation, right? Do you feel like a player like LaMelo Ball can be the first or second best player on a championship team when, LaMelo can do a little bit more playmaking-wise than Cam Thomas can do? Cam Thomas is just a pure scorer. I think Cam Thomas's perfect role is as a sixth man. Like a super six man come off the bench. Now, would he accept that? I don't know. How much is he looking to get paid? I'd actually really like him on the Sixers as a backup. And he's not making a lot of money. He's making like $4 million or something this season, but he will be a free agent at the end of the year. He's going to be looking to get paid. To me, he's a guy that I think is going to be on mediocre teams his whole career, make a lot of money, score a lot of points, might make an all-star game or two, but never going to be a true winner. Just like those type of players just never really contribute to winning and pan out. And you're right, Levi. He really doesn't do much besides scoring. Keep hitting that thumbs up icon. 43 people, 16 likes. We're 4 likes away from 20. Once we get to 20 likes, I'm cracking my first drink. Are you excited to see Embiid, Paul George, and Maxey play together? And Jaren McCain is starting. We're going to get to see that Maxey-McCain backcourt that we have been talking about for so long. GoBird says it. Like the vid, it's free. Does go a long way. I do really appreciate it. Helps us grow the channel, grow the stream, get some more people in here, and have a great, great time. All right, looks like we're moments away from tip-off. At FedExForum, Sixers at Memphis. Again, sitting at 2-11. I'm going to tell my friends about this stream, Go Birds. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. If you had some Sixers, friends who are Sixers fans who are unable to watch the game or looking for a different way to watch the game, entertain, interact, and just have a good time, man, tell them about the stream. Nick Nurse, just a .516 win percentage with the Sixers. For the Grizzlies, it'll be Scottie Pippen Jr., Desmond Bane, Jalen Wells, Jaren Jackson Jr., Brandon Clark, the starting five for Memphis. Coached by Taylor Jenkins, who has done a good job with this Memphis team. One of the top teams in the West. Last year, very banged up. Probably the past couple of years, very banged up and missing John Moran for a large chunk of the past couple of seasons with injuries and suspensions and whatnot. But I think a good coach in this league. Memphis, one of the more underrated teams in this league. Although off to a tough start, just 8-6 on the season. Way better than the Sixers, though. Sathvik Kato, what's going on? For the Sixers, Kyle Lowry, the only man on the injury report. For the Grizzlies, Zach Edey, Gigi Jackson, John Conchar, John Morant, Marcus Smart, Vince Williams Jr., all not playing in this game. Sixers have to take advantage. Here we go. Scott Foster, JT Orr, Brandon Schwab are tonight's officials. And we are underway here in Memphis as the Grizzlies control the tip. Appreciate you hanging out here for our 76ers Grizzlies watch party here on 76ers Now. I am Jake Chipper. And we're underway in Memphis. Jaren Jackson Jr. will post up, tries to make a cross-court pass that is tipped out of bounds by Jared McCain. Grizzlies will have 5 to shoot. And McCain comes away with a steal for the 76ers. Joel Embiid gets the ball. Eurostep drives into traffic, and he turns the ball over. First turnover of the game for Joel Embiid. Jaren Jackson the other way. Scoop layup against Caleb Martin's no good. Rebound is knocked around, tipped out by Brandon Clark. That'll be Sixers ball. Maxey with it up top. He drives in, floater off the glass, is up and good for Tyrese Maxey. His first bucket back since injury is the first bucket of the game for either team. And it's great to see Tyrese Maxey back on the floor, man. Just his burst, his explosiveness, attacking the rim. The Sixers have really, really missed it. How soon does Maxey play from Aaron? Aaron, he's playing right now. He's playing right now, baby. Pippen drives in against McCain, dishes it to Clark. The floater in the paint is good for Brandon Clark. Tying the game at 2. McCain with it, gets to the free throw line, finds an open Caleb Martin from the wing. That 3 is no good off the front of the iron. Grizzlies nearly turn it over, but they maintain possession. Clark hands it off to Desmond Bane. Tough corner 3. That's no good for the sharpshooter. That is Desmond Bane. Sixers back the other way. Maxey's rocking a headband in this one. And Embiid's back to the 2 leg sleeves instead of 1. Bad pass down low to Embiid. He corrals it anyway. Now he's doubled. Trying to find somewhere to go with it. Shot clock's down to 4. He puts up a hook shot from the 3-point line as the shot clock was winding down. That's an air ball. Grizzlies running the other way. Scottie Pippen drives in. Goes right through the defense of McCain and Caleb Martin. And he gets 2. Good move there by Scottie Pippen Jr. Grizzlies now up 2. McCain screen from Martin. He'll drive in. Wide open. And he'll slam it home. Jared McCain with his first 2 of the game. We're knotted up at 4. Got to get out to a good start. Got to get the energy up and play with some urgency after that team meeting. Scottie Pippen drives in on Embiid. Good defense from Joel Embiid, staying vertical. And it's a 5-on-4. Push it, push it. Paul George drives in, kicks out to Embiid, and they'll reset. Embiid back to Maxey. He'll pull up from deep. No good. Paul George grabs the offensive rebound over to Embiid. He's one-on-one with Brandon Clark. He'll post up at the free throw line. Double comes to McCain. Corner 3. In and out for Jared McCain. Slow start here for both offenses. Scottie Pippen Jr. drives in on Maxey. Finds a cutting Wells, who's cut off by Embiid. Now brings it back out. Double comes from McCain. Finds Jaren Jackson Jr. wide open in the corner. And you can't leave Jaren Jackson Jr. open from 3. One of the best shooting big men in the game. And when he gets an open corner 3 like that, he's going to bury it every time. Maxey now. Embiid, top of the key 3. That's no good. Grizzlies back the other way. Scottie Pippen Jr. tries to drive on Caleb Martin. That's good defense from Caleb Martin. Finds Jaren for another triple. Was guarded by Jared McCain that possession. That's off iron. Maxey attacking the other way. Gets in the paint. It's fouled. Oh, nearly gets the layup to go. But Tyrese Maxey, once again, showing why he is so important to this team. Even when there's not a transition opportunity, just pushing the ball, picking up the pace, and now getting to the free throw line. I still would like to see a little more urgency from this Sixers squad. A little more, like we have to win this game. First free throw from Maxey is good. Santi Aldama, Luke Kennard will check in for the Memphis Grizzlies. Desmond Bane will check out. And Jaren Jackson Jr. will check out. Santi Aldama is a good player, man. Luke Kennard, we know what he does. He shoots the ball, but Santi Aldama has been very, very good for Memphis this season. Maxey. Second free throw is up. Second free throw is good. So a early 4 points here for Tyrese Maxey in this first quarter. Sixers down 1. Beat's still not moving all that great. Not what I like to see. Pippen drives in, tries to draw a foul, but Brandon Clark gets the offensive rebound over Joel Embiid and deposits it for 2. Embiid, man. Martin drives in, nowhere to go. Kicks it to Maxey in the corner. Fadeaway 3. That's no good. Rebound to the Grizzlies. Pushing it ahead now. Luke Kennard, open wing triple is off. Rebounded to Caleb Martin. Martin finds Embiid now, who gives it to Maxey. Guarded by Santi Aldama is Embiid. Puts his shoulder into him, gets 2 feet in the paint, puts up a little bank shot off the glass, and that's good for the first 2 points of the game for Joel Embiid. A little post hook shot. He was able to get it to go. It's a good sign he's attacking the basket, getting inside instead of settling for jumpers. Wells in the corner, guarded by Paul George, who's been really quiet. Kicks it out. Brandon Clark, wide open 3. That's no good. I'll live with that shot from the Sixers. Now Maxey, corner 3, guarded by Kennard. That's also no good for Maxey. Bad passing by the Grizzlies, stolen by Paul George and the Sixers. George will attack, finds Embiid, who's fouled by Brandon Clark on the inside. And Embiid will be at the line to shoot 2 as we go to a commercial break. Sixers down 1 early here. Look, the Sixers' problem has not been the first quarter of ball games. The Sixers' problem has been scoring in the second half. So that's the real test of how this team looks once we get to that portion of the game. But decent start right now. Maxey just 1 of 4. 0 of 3 from 3, but does have 4 points. 2 for McCain, 2 for Embiid. And that makes up the Sixers' 8. Brandon Clark, 4 points for the Grizzlies. Scottie Pippen with 2. And Jaren Jackson Jr. has a 3. Break in action. You're not missing a single thing from this ball game as we've gone to commercial break. And while we have a second, I'm going to tell you guys about our sponsor here for our 76ers Grizzlies watch party, and that is DraftKings. The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance in the single elimination in-season tourney, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Vegas. First time? Here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SixersChat. That's code SixersChat for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball. So the picks I am rocking with here tonight, Sixers -4. They were favored coming into this game. I went with Embiid over 24.5 points, just 2 points here in the first 5.5 minutes of the game. I thought he was going to respond and bounce back in this game, and it's still early, but he hasn't quite looked as aggressive and as pissed off as I maybe thought he would be here early on. Allie G, what's up, Allie? That's my girlfriend in the chat. McCain about a hoop. I hope so. Embiid pissing me off low key. I said the same thing. You know, I thought he'd be a little more, taking the initiative as the best player on this team. He hasn't quite responded how I would have hoped. But again, it's still very early. Plenty of time left in this game. Nothing to stress about too much, but something to pay attention to, something to keep an eye on here. Embiid at the line now to shoot 2, coming out of the timeout. That was an impressive terms and conditions read. Thank you, Lord Buddy Bear. Thank you. Embiid's first free throw is up and good. So that'll tie the ball game up. Second free throw is also good for Embiid, so the Sixers now grab the 10-9 lead. Desmond Bane drives in on Kelly Oubre, who's checked into the game. That's no good. Also in for the Sixers, Reggie Jackson with Embiid, McCain, and Paul George. Jalen Wells, finds an open three and buries it. Jalen Wells, the impressive rookie for the Memphis Grizzlies, knocks down the three off a little bit of a tipped ball. Embiid now in the paint against Jaren Jackson. He'll take an elbow midi, and he's fouled on the way up for the shot. Jaren Jackson Jr. was once upon a time the Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA and a very good defender, but can be foul prone. Was very foul prone early in his career. Cleaned it up a little bit the past few seasons, but just kept reaching his hand in there on Embiid. You can't do that against Embiid. He's too smart. As soon as he sees you reaching in, he's going to shoot. That's 2 free throws for Embiid as he knocks down the first. What happened to Paul George? I'm not watching right now. He hasn't done a thing. He has 3 rebounds. He hasn't taken a shot yet. I'd like to get him involved a little bit. He's played 6 minutes and hasn't done anything offensively. Embiid knocks down the second free throw as well. So that'll knot this game back up at 12 apiece. Santi Aldama now with it. Guarded by Embiid. Bad pass trying to find Desmond Bane at the top of the key. That's out of bounds. Another turnover for the Memphis Grizzlies. Holy free throw merchant. I mean, both of the fouls against Embiid are legitimate fouls. Which is what it is. Screen and roll. McCain and Embiid. McCain kicks it back out to Joel Embiid, who falls over. Gets the ball back. Finds Reggie Jackson. Swings it to Paul George. Guarded by Desmond Bane. 3 to shoot. Step back corner 3 for PG's an air ball. That's way off. Paul George complaining about a foul, but no call. Grizzlies running. Aldama now in the paint. Embiid gets up, tries to block it, but contested enough to force the miss. Rebound tipped around, and it goes to the Sixers and Jared McCain. Guarded by Aldama. Gets right by him to the rim. What a move! Jared McCain splitting the defense of Aldama and Jaren Jackson and finishing over that long wingspan of the former Defensive Player of the Year. Jalen Wells, corner 3. Second 3 of the game is good for Jalen Wells. Rookie out of Washington State for Memphis has been very good to start the year. Embiid, good pass. Good entry pass, to Embiid, and he deposits 2 at the rim. So Embiid's starting to find a little bit of a groove now. Embiid up to 8 points. Jaren Jackson Jr. drives in. Finger roll off the glass is good. The quickness of Jaren Jackson Jr. As we're on a seesaw here in the first quarter. Embiid posting up Jaren Jackson once again. No double coming yet. They'll play this straight up. He gets into the paint easily. But stripped by Jaren. Now Embiid gets it back. Turn away jumper is good for Embiid. So now 10 first quarter points for Joel Embiid. And this is what I wanted to see from the start. He started to turn it on now. Jaren Jackson Jr. step back 3. That's no good. Rebound to Reggie Jackson. He's off and running. But he'll pull it back out. Finds Embiid. Thought about the 3. Now he'll take the 3. And he'll airball. Good God. And now Jalen Wells beats the entire Sixers team down the court and gets the layup to go. Bad transition defense from Philadelphia off the air ball from Embiid. Paul George has it in the mid-range. Nowhere to go with it. Back out to McCain. Guarded by Kennard. Gets right by him. Scoop layup. A little bit out of control. That's off the glass. No good. Grizzlies trying to run again, but the outlet go-ahead pass to Wells was too far. And that'll be Sixers basketball. So Embiid now up to 10 points on 3 of 7 shooting. Levi's the best. I hate Embiid trying to injure everyone. Full compilation. Not going to touch on that. Look, has he made some dirty plays? Sure. but not going to dwell on what he's done in the past. All right. Time on the floor as the Sixers down 1. We've only seen a few minutes from Maxey in that first quarter. Paul George has no points. He's played the entire game thus far and has yet to score a basket. But again, Embiid with 10, Jaren McCain with 4. And they've done a decent job defensively, but Grizzlies are trying to get out and run a little bit, and I think they need to do a better job. Is Oubre on the court? Yeah, Oubre is in the court. He came in a few minutes ago. Hasn't quite done anything yet, Jerry. But he did not start the game, but he was in. Did come in with that first wave of substitutions to start the game. Man, it's been an ugly offensive game for both of these teams thus far. 56 people watching live, 22 likes. If you're enjoying the show, you want to see the Sixers win this game, hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. 22 likes. Can we get to 30 likes? I got a happy dad right next to me that I want to crack, start drinking. 30 likes. And I will crack my first drink of the night. Connor Hill, you're the man for doing this. I'm driving and can't watch right now. I was hyped for the Sixers' first real game of the season. Connor, I appreciate it. You're the man for tuning in, hanging out here with us, and watching the game. You know, that's what we do this for. People who can't watch the game just want to be able to hang out, have a good time, and watch our Sixers. And I like what you said there, Connor. First real game of the season. That's what it feels like. First game that Paul George, Tyrese Maxey, and Joel Embiid are playing together this season. And so far, a shaky start, to say the least. Jerry, over under Sixers score over 100 points. They've really struggled to score the basketball to start the season, especially without some of their best players. But, I mean, at this rate, they're not going to crack 100. But neither is Memphis. Guerschon Yabusele, Andre Drummond enter the game with Jared McCain, Reggie Jackson, and Kelly Oubre. That is your 5 on the floor right now for Philadelphia. With this unit on the floor, I like to see McCain start to get it going here. 4 points. So decent start, but I think this is a unit where McCain can really get buckets. And can Kelly Oubre finally get it going? He has not had a good start to the year offensively. Here we go. Reggie Jackson bringing it up the floor. He will hand it off to Oubre, who will now hand it off to McCain. Gets a screen from Andre. Nowhere to go with it. Swinging it around now. Down to Drummond. 5 to shoot. 4 to shoot. Back to McCain. He's going to force a shot. Little fading 3. And he's fouled on the 3. Desmond Bane. What a dumb play by the Grizzlies star, Desmond Bane, fouling Jared McCain on the 3. Let's see this here. Jared McCain running to his left, pulled up from deep. Looked like he might have got him on the body there. So Jared McCain at the line to shoot 3. It's a vet move right there for Jared McCain. And I said with this unit on the floor right now, he's going to be the one to take the shots. And we saw right there, shot clock winding down. He wasn't afraid to go get his and go get a shot up. First free throw, first of 3 for Jared McCain is good. Ties the game at 19. Come on, baby. 54 likes, or 54 people watching, 26 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon. If you love Jared McCain and are happy the Sixers were able to get him at the 16th pick, what a steal. Second free throw from McCain is also good. Can he complete a perfect trip at the line? Free throw number 3 is good. I believe he's yet to miss a free throw this year, is Jared McCain. Luke Kennard, guarded by Reggie Jackson, finds Jay Huff, who pulls up for 3. That's a brick off the side of the backboard for Jay Huff. Now McCain the other way with it. Guarded by Aldama. Step back 3. Good! Jared McCain, baby! Knocking it down from outside. Grizzlies coming back the other way quickly. Aldama in the paint, guarded by Reggie Jackson, puts it up and in. So the Grizzlies answer the Jared McCain 3 with a 2 of their own. But Sixers now with a 3-point lead. What a shot by McCain, man. And McCain will pull it from deep again. Oh, off the back of the rim. That was an aggressive, confident shot. Heat check kind of shot from McCain. He pulled that from several feet behind the three-point line. And now a steal for Reggie Jackson. To McCain, drives in. To Oubre, corner three. Way off. Air ball. Ugly shot for Oubre. It's been some ugly basketball here. Aldama, guarded by McCain, drives in. Layup is good for Santi Aldama. That's a massive size difference there for Aldama, who, again, has been a very good player. If you're not familiar with Santi Aldama, get familiar. Good player there for Memphis. Good size, length, good offensive game. McCain, guarded by Desmond Bane, gets a screen from Andre Drummond. Now finds Drummond on the roll, and Drummond puts the layup up and in. Little double clutch layup. Able to get it to go there for Andre. And the Grizzlies coming right back down the court. Man, they have been quick to respond after made baskets for the Sixers. And Desmond Bane this time right up the floor and gets the layup to go. Sixers got to get back on defense, man. What are we doing? Someone got to pick up the ball. Yabusele swings it to Reggie Jackson. Gets the double screen. Brings it back out. Now drives back in against Kennard. Layup with the right hand on the left side is good for Reggie Jackson. A little bit of an ugly possession there, but Reggie, the vet, able to get it to go. Stop letting them get right to the rim every possession after a made basket. You got to guard ball. You got to stop ball. Someone has to stop this penetration. Now the Grizzlies slow it up. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Bane doubled to Luke Kennard. Pump fake. Three for Kennard is good. One of the better shooters that we have in this league, Luke Kennard, makes the Sixers pay for leaving him open. Now Philadelphia with 30 seconds to go. McCain, guarded by Desmond Bane, kicks it to Yabusele, who'll pull up from deep. The three is good! Guerschon Yabusele from downtown gives the Sixers a three-point lead. Good find from McCain. Good shot from Yabu. Shot clock is unplugged. 10 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Here's Kennard, guarded by Reggie Jackson. And foul to give here. Reggie Jackson will take it with 7 seconds left to go in the game. Xavier, McCain on a rookie deal is better than Maxey on a max. Truth is, Maxey is the trade that changes the season if they can't turn things around. Are you saying trade Maxey? I don't know if that's what you're saying, but if that's what you're saying, you lost me there, buddy. You lost me there, Xavier. But I do agree that McCain on a rookie deal is tremendous, tremendous value. Desmond Bane with 4 seconds left will pull up from deep. What a shot from Desmond Bane. Several feet behind the three-point line. 2 seconds left. Reggie Jackson won't even get a shot off to end the quarter. Almost made it. Wouldn't have counted anyways. And that'll do it for the first quarter. So after a rough start offensively for both teams, a little bit of an offensive explosion there to end the first quarter, and we are tied at 31 heading into the second. Jerry says, appreciate your streaming, Chip. Love the content. Of course, Jerry. Appreciate you for being here, man. I'm glad you're enjoying. Try to be entertaining. Calling the game for people who can't watch the game. Want to make it exciting. Just like you're, sitting at the game, getting hype. Want to get hype here on the stream, you know what I'm saying? And have a good time watching our Sixers. It's been hard having a good time watching the 76ers to start the year. But now that this team's back to somewhat full strength, I think things can start to look up a little bit. Man, Paul George. I'm starting to get a little concerned. I can't even lie. No points in that first quarter, and he doesn't quite look to have the explosiveness that you'd hope. It just doesn't look like he can attack off the dribble quite like he's always been able to, man. $5 super chats. I'm doing shots. Who wants to send in a 5? I've taken 1 shot of vodka so far. Who wants to get this going? Jerry, we badly need this win. That is the truth, brother. That is the truth. Got to get this one because you're 2-11. You got to start somewhere, and that starts with winning this game right here. Let's see. Going to tweet out my thoughts. If you want to follow me on Twitter, @JakeChipper. be tweeting out thoughts from the game, and whenever we make videos here on the channel, I tweet them out, things like that. So McCain still looks great. Embiid, I thought he looked solid. 10 points in that first quarter. A little more aggressive. But Paul George kind of looks cooked, I can't lie. I don't have a visual, so how is the eye test for Philly showing effort, etc., etc.? Yeah, I think that the Sixers are showing good effort. Now, once this second unit came in, I thought that defensively they got a little lackadaisical after made baskets. You can't get beat down the floor and allow guys to just attack the paint off a made basket. But for the majority of that first quarter, I think they played with good urgency and they played hard. And now coming out of the break here, the Sixers get an offensive foul, illegal screen on Oubre Drummond to start. Or they're actually going to call Paul George for pushing off. Offensive foul on Paul George there. Luke Kennard, another three is good. Second one of the game there for Luke Kennard. Paul George gets by Jake LaRavia, draws the foul. But, yeah, Levi's, I think their effort's been better. They should be blowing out the Grizzlies right now, SMH from Jerry. Yeah, look, the Grizzlies are one of those teams where it doesn't matter how many injuries they have, they always play tough, they always play hard. They're a very deep team. But you got to win this game if you're Philadelphia. George drives in, kicks it out. Yabusele, open three is no good for Guerschon, but he gets his own rebound, drives in, finds Drummond, who slams it home. Oubre Drummond with a huge dunk off the feed from Guerschon. Grizzlies back quickly the other way. Another three is good for Luke Kennard, his third three of the game. I mean, he's the best shooter on this team right now and on the floor. You got to get out to him, man. Come on. A.K.A. Blitz Jr. Let's go Sixers. Grizzlies suck. Come on, man. Paul George can't get open in the mid-range. Back out to Reggie, who kicks it back to Paul George. Down to Oubre, guarded by Jake LaRavia, and his shot's blocked by the smaller LaRavia. Scottie Pippen running to Kennard. Drives in. Kicks it back out to Jay Huff, corner three, and that's good for the Grizzlies. Another three is good for Memphis. Sixers quickly down 7. And timeout, Nick Nurse and the 76ers. And this is the way games have gone for Philly all year. They start playing well, then all of a sudden they go cold from the field. And they start giving up open shots. Just not good rotations from the Sixers on that defensive possession. Good ball movement by Memphis led to a wide open corner three. And just like that, the Sixers are down 7. Oh, man. What are we doing, man? Show some effort. You're 2-11. You just had a team meeting to talk about how you have to start winning games. You can't be playing around anymore. And this is what you're coming out and doing right now? I mean, come on. Robert says lazy transition defense. That's what's happening right now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, quick break in the action here. Commercial break as Nick Nurse calls a timeout. Going to take a second now. Tell you guys about DraftKings. The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance in the single elimination in-season tourney, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Vegas. First time? Here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SixersChat. That's code SixersChat for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball. My picks for tonight's game, I took 76ers -4. They're currently down 7. Not looking great. I took Embiid over 24.5 points. He had 10 points in the first quarter. Has yet to come in this second quarter. Of course, lines and odds subject to change on DraftKings. Use that code SixersChat. New customers get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Sixers have given up way too many open corner threes already. Their rotations have been not good. Their transition defense has been not good. Levi says, fire Nick Nurse. I'm not going to go that far, but Doobie Turner, this team plays no defense. What is the coaching staff teaching? Look, these players asked to be coached harder. At some point, you got to play harder, too. McCain finds Paul George. Open mid-range jumper. In and out for Paul George, who's been awful in this game. That was his second shot attempt. Just so frustrating, man. Another open corner three. Jay Huff off. Rebound to Eric Gordon. Reed, $2 super chat. McCain drives in. That layup's no good. Offensive rebound to Andre Drummond. Puts it back up. Blocked by Jay Huff. Grizzlies taking it the other way. Now they slow it down. Scottie Pippen drives in on McCain. Good defense by McCain. The layup is no good. Reed, is it just no team chemistry? At this point, I mean, Paul George rises up. Pull-up mid-range is no good for PG. Now 0-3 from the field. Luke Kennard gets right by Andre Drummond, who's walking. Pippen, stopped by Paul George in the drive, kicks it back out. Now gets it back. Jay Huff, underneath, mismatch guarded by McCain. Good rotation there. And that was good rotation and good defense by the Sixers. Finally showing a little bit of hustle, getting out to open shooters and making the Grizzlies swing it around. And Sixers take over here. The Sixers are the oldest team in the NBA for a reason. I mean, but this lineup they have out there right now, they do have Eric Gordon out there, who is a fossil on the court. But Jared McCain, Caleb Martin, Kelly Oubre. Oubre's not out there. Paul George is out there with Drummond. Here's Drummond has it. Trying to get it to Paul George. He does. Who gives it back to Drummond. Drummond goes in. And the foul. Drummond fighting through contact, finishing at the rim. Fouled by Jay Huff, gets the bucket, and he'll go to the line. Free Jared McCain from Levi's. All right, Sixers only down 5 now, pending the free throw from Andre Drummond. Cardiac, are you surprised? I can't say I'm surprised. I'm just disappointed because I expected this team to come out with a fire under their ass, you know, and not, you know, they don't have to blow out the Grizzlies, but at least, man, get off to a good start, and they just have not. Now they're going to have to respond if they're getting kicked in the teeth, which they have not done all year long. Scottie Pippen Jr. to LaRavia. Good defense by Caleb Martin. Scottie Pippen Jr. drives right by Eric Gordon. Ball's poked loose by Drummond. Good hands there by Andre. Now Paul George with it in transition. Layup is good. So Paul George gets his first points of the game. Little Euro step. Little contact there. Nothing called, and he gets it to go. Drummond, good hands again, stealing it away from Jaren Jackson Jr. There we go, Drummond. 2 straight impactful defensive plays from Drummond, poking the ball loose. Now McCain, screen from Paul George, gets 2 feet in the paint. He turns it over. Turnover from McCain, stolen by LaRavia to Scottie Pippen Jr. He takes the 3, and he buries it. 3 is good for Scottie Pippen Jr. Sixers back down 6. Can't turn the ball over. Grizzlies Grizzlies have been too good in transition offense. McCain, open three, top of the key is off, but great effort from Andre Drummond, man. Offensive rebound, puts it up and in. Andre Drummond is fighting on that offensive glass, man, and I love it. I love it. Cam Spencer three is too strong, but the rebound goes right to Jake LaRavia, and he puts it up and in. I praise Drummond for getting the offensive rebound on the other end, and then gives up the offensive rebound on this end. McCain, two-man game with Drummond, gets 2 feet in the paint. Nowhere to go. Back out to Eric Gordon. Tries to make a move and go inside. Puts up a layup, and it's smothered by Jaren Jackson Jr. Man, Eric Gordon just does not have it anymore, man. He does not have it. I don't know what you're going to do, man. You can't rely on Kyle Lowry, Reggie Jackson, Eric Gordon coming off the bench. I think you got to make a move for a younger guard off the bench, especially if you're going to be starting McCain long term. Paul George, deep post, fadeaways off, but what a play by Caleb Martin to tip it down to Joel Embiid, who just checked back into the game. And the layup is good for Embiid. Another corner three for Jalen Wells is no good. Joel Embiid gets the rebound. 6.5 to go here in this second quarter. Eric Gordon drives in. Once again, has no idea what he's doing when he drives to the basket and turns it over. Paul George, Caleb Martin, Joel Embiid, Jared McCain, Eric Gordon on the floor right now for Philadelphia. Eric Gordon turns the ball over once again. Oh, I don't need to see Eric Gordon running the show, man. Jalen Wells, guarded by Paul George. PG pokes it away, but Wells maintains control. Grizzlies swing it around. Scottie Pippen Jr., 2 feet in the paint, kicks to Clark. Brandon Clark floater is no good, but he gets the offensive rebound right over Embiid. Now back to Scottie Pippen, drives in, swatted by Embiid! Get that out of here! And they're going to say it's staying with Memphis. I thought that was off the Grizzlies, but they're going to say Memphis ball, 5 seconds left to shoot. Little more defensive intensity now, but it's got to be consistent. It's one possession, it's good. Next possession, it's bad. String it together. Eric Gordon, stop complaining to the ref and start playing some defense, man. Come on. 5 seconds to shoot. Joel Embiid just watches Clark shoot a three. He misses. Gets it ahead to McCain. What a pass to Guerschon Yabusele, who slams it home. And the Grizzlies take a timeout. What a pass by Jared McCain to find the cutting Yabusele. Slams it for two. And we have a 2-point game here at FedExForum. Getting to some people in the chat. Lord Buddy Bear, are the Sixers even older than the Lakers? LeBron's a senior citizen. He is, but look, dude, the Sixers have Kyle Lowry, who I believe is 38. Eric Gordon is in his upper 30s. Paul George is 34. He's old. Reggie Jackson is a vet. He's old. Drummond's not the youngest guy. He's been around the league for a minute. You know, McCain, Maxey are young. Oubre is pretty young. Embiid's 30 now. Martin, I think, is just under 30. It's not a very young team. Jerry, Embiid has no heart. He's proven it time and time again. It reflects on the team. That's why I want him to come out and set the tone and play with purpose and play with pride and play with energy and effort. And it's been okay, but it definitely could be better. Definitely could be better. Want to show some love to my boy Reed, who sent in that super chat earlier. Wasn't able to put it up during the action, but definitely wanted to get it up now. Is it just no team chemistry? I think it's playing a part. And appreciate that $2 super chat. I think, you know, this is the first time that Embiid, Maxey, and Paul George are all playing together, and now Jared McCain's in the starting lineup, but I think the bigger issue has been defensively so far. Which, you know, obviously communication, I think, has been a little bit of an issue because the rotations haven't been perfect. But it's also just part effort. And I don't think the Sixers have had bad effort so far, but the Grizzlies are a team that always plays with maximum energy, maximum effort, maximum hustle, and you have to match that. Very high doesn't help when people consistently drop zeros. Caleb Martin has 0. Eric Gordon has 0. I believe Oubre has 0. You're right, man. People got to score. Time to trade Maxey for a true marquee point guard. Well, the trade value is high from contrarian expatriate. You're not trade Maxey. Untouchable. He is a marquee point guard in this league. Robert, the Sixers organization, unmotivated. The team. Nurse needs an attitude that motivates the team. Remember Larry Brown. Nurse is too passive. Yeah, like I'm not going to say Nurse is passive. I think they need Embiid to be the guy who gets this team going. It should be Embiid, the one calling people out and making his voice heard in these team meetings. So Nurse does need to do a better job. I do agree with you there. I think he can do a better job of motivating this team. That's why the players asked to be coached harder. But it falls on the team's leaders as well. Jaren Jackson, layup's no good. Rebound, fight for it, and they're going to give it to... They're going to say it stays at Memphis. Doobie Turner, still no rookie council. Yeah, actually, Rookie Council just checked into the game, so right on cue. This is the curse of getting approved for the new stadium. Maybe it is. Maybe it's because they're not staying at the Wells Fargo Center, and this is the curse. Levi, Paul George is playing worse than Tobias Harris. He has been awful in this game. I can't lie. Brandon Clark in the paint, floater, no good. Embiid can't get the rebound once again. It stays with Memphis. Wells has it, 10 to shoot. Nowhere to go. Desmond Bane, deep three. No good. Grizzlies get the offensive rebound once again. And there's a fight for it. They're going to say Yabusele touched it while he was out of bounds. It'll stay with Memphis. Grizzlies just fighting for these rebounds and getting extra possessions, which is the one thing that I didn't want to happen. You can miss shots. That's fine. You can't be giving up hustle plays after you had a team meeting talking about playing harder. This team is just too soft, man. Desmond Bane, wide open three. You're lucky that's no good. Embiid finally gets the rebound. Tariq, do I think the Sixers are tanking this year? Absolutely not. They're trying to win. McCain, floater, off. Embiid's on the floor again. It's a 5-on-4 for Memphis. Desmond Bane, corner three is good. Is Embiid still down? No, he's up. But just, again, Embiid looks uninterested, uninvolved. He's just sitting in the corner right now. McCain drives in, out to Yabusele, thought about a three, and he traveled. Another turnover for the Sixers. Embiid had 10 points in the first quarter. He only has 12. McCain also had 10 points in the first quarter. He still has 10. Robert, the coach, is soft. Maybe Nick Nurse does need to rip into these guys a little bit more and hold these guys more accountable. But as a player, as an NBA player, you shouldn't need someone to hold you accountable. You're a player in the NBA. You should be able to hold yourself accountable. You shouldn't need someone telling you what you need to be doing to play well to get better. You should be doing that yourself. Embiid has it up top, guarded by Brandon Clark, trying to get everyone to clear out. Goes to work between the legs, drives in, barrels right over Clark, loses it, gets it back, layup's no good. Fight for the rebound, taken by Yabusele, and Ricky Council lays down the hammer. What an athletic play by Ricky Council. The fight by Guerschon Yabusele to maintain possession of the ball finds Ricky Council, and he dunks it down for two. So that'll make it now a Grizzlies have 50. And now Grizzlies have 52 as another basket there by Desmond Bane. Grizzlies go up by 7 once again. 3:30 left to go in the first half. Embiid pulls up for three. Good! Joel Embiid knocks down his first three of the night. Can that get him and this team going? He looks pissed off, I'm not going to lie. Aldama to the cutting Bane, but it's stolen away by Martin. Martin drives in, gives it to Ricky Council who slams it again. Ricky Council throwing it down in transition, doing what he does best. Sixers back within 2. Jaren Jackson Jr. open threes, good. Just way too open there. Embiid top of the key, guarded by Jaren. Jab step, rip through. Finds Caleb Martin in the corner, who attacks Santi Aldama. Guerschon Yabusele, open corner 3. That's good! Guerschon! And the Sixers are firing from downtown right now. Gotta lock it up defensively. 2.5 to go in the first half. Sixers down 2. Santi Aldama, guarded by McCain, drives in. Out to Desmond Bane, wide open 3. Good for Desmond Bane. Why is he so open? How are you letting Desmond Bane, of all people, get so wide open? You got to know where he's at all times. Embiid, step back, mid-range. No good. Rebound to Yabusele. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Guerschon? That's a hustle play by Yabusele. I don't know if I like that call, man. He was fighting for the offensive rebound. That's on Ricky Council. Decided to help on the Santi Aldama drive instead of staying with Desmond Bane. That's just a mistake. That's just a mistake. You can't do that. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Got to end this half on a high note. Can you take the lead going into halftime? That's what I would love to see right now from this team. Luke Kennard thought about a 3. Gives it back to Bane, who's guarded by Caleb Martin now. Bane drives in, step back 3. Good contest from Martin. Better shot from Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane is going off right now. He's up to 13 points, 3 of 6 from 3. That's a good defense from Caleb Martin. Bane got kind of in the face of Caleb Martin. Martin didn't like that. They had to be separated a little bit. And now refs are kind of talking with Martin and Bane. Did they call a tech on Martin? No, technical foul on Desmond Bane and on Martin. Offsetting technical fouls, one on Desmond Bane, one on Caleb Martin. They're still talking to each other, man. Caleb Martin didn't like that. Desmond Bane hit a 3 in his face and kind of did a celebration right in his mitt. Martin took offense to that. Reggie Jackson with it. Drives in, gets to the paint, tries to find Embiid, passes it to absolutely nobody. I said you can't be trusting these guys like Eric Gordon and Reggie Jackson. I get they're veterans and they're smart, but that was a stupid play by Reggie. Passed it to nobody. Bane. Behind the back to LaRavia. Guarded by Reggie Jackson. Drives right through his body. Finds Jaren Jackson Jr. down low. Layup is good for Jaren. Sixers down 10. Minute left. Embiid. Reggie Jackson. Open wing triple is off. Rebound to Memphis. Bane drives in. His layup. Kicks it out to Kennard. Corner 3 for Kennard. No good. Goes out of bounds. Sixers ball. 61 points is unacceptable from my dad. Well, now it's 63. Even worse. Your defense has been atrocious in this game. Atrocious. There's no excuses right now. You're playing a Grizzlies team that has no Ja Morant, and they have 63 points before half. Embiid working it in the post against Jaren. Now doubled, finds Martin underneath. Out to Paul George. Corner 3's way off. Rebound Ricky Council. Puts it up and it's blocked by Jaren Jackson. That's what he does best there. Ricky tried to pump fake. It just didn't matter. Philly gets back defensively. Good job getting back there. They haven't done a good job getting back all game long. Embiid guarding Desmond Bane. Double comes from Martin. Embiid reaches. Not a great foul. There was only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. So now the shot clock will reset to 14. 18 seconds on the game clock. Jerry, 60 plus to a team with no stars. Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson are good players, but yeah, without Ja Morant, man. I mean, Bane has 16 and Jaren has 10. Paul George pokes it away from Desmond Bane, but Bane is able to run to the backcourt and get it back. 7 on the shot clock, now down to 5 on the shot clock. Bane drives in. Good defense from Caleb Martin. There's a fight for the ball. Sixers get it. Embiid with 1 second tries to get it to Ricky Council. Embiid should just put up a shot there, and that'll end the first half. 53-63. Sixers down by 10 as we enter the halftime locker room. Yeah, so Bane was kind of acting like he was shooting Caleb Martin with a gun on that three-point celebration. Caleb Martin didn't like it at all. In the NFL, that would get you a personal foul penalty. Oh, Jerry says unacceptable. It is unacceptable. Down 10, man. And the Sixers have been one of the worst third-quarter teams in the league. So you're already down 10. This game was 45-43. It is now 63-53. Man. Grade the 76ers first half. A, B, C, D, or F. Free Jared from Levi's. Rolling through some stats here while you guys get those votes in the comments section. Let me know right now. Embiid, 15 minutes, 15 points, 5 rebounds, a steal, a block, 5 of 10 from the field. So, decent game so far for Embiid. Caleb Martin is scoreless. Paul George only has 2 points. He's 1 of 6. Ricky Council, 4 points in 5 minutes. McCain has 10 points. Maxey played 5 minutes in the first quarter and has not come back in the game. Curious if he is not going to be coming back in this ball game. Desmond Bane scored 11 points in the second quarter alone. Jeff Chipper F, Jerry F, Community Band. It's absolutely acceptable to me. These players do not owe me anything. I watch their games because I enjoy it. I support them, but that doesn't make me entitled to anything. So you're fine just watching this team piss down their leg and play lazy and not get back on defense and go down 10 to a less talented Grizzlies team at halftime. You're just fine with that? No, you're fine. You're fine for that. I'm fine with them failing. I trust that they are doing their best. I mean, look, they're obviously trying to win, right? And they had the team meeting for a reason because they know it's unacceptable what they've done so far, and of course they're trying their best. But when I look at the people out there on the court, it's like I just don't think their defensive effort is quite what it needs to be. There's no reason a Memphis Grizzlies team that is down Ja Morant should have 63 at the half. I don't think they're giving it their best effort defensively. You bring up a good point. They are not used to playing together yet. The problem is that you're 2-11 on the year. You don't really have time to wait around and get this chemistry down. And I agree. I'm sure they're just as frustrated as we are, man. And again, that's why they had that meeting, because the frustrations were high. But you paid Paul George a ton of money. He has 2 points, 1 of 6 from the field at halftime. He just has to play better. He's been too inconsistent this season. But I appreciate your insight, Community Band. That's why I love doing this. Get to talk with all the viewers here, hear everybody's opinion, talk through it all. I'm sorry for sharing my frustration. Nah, Community Band, this is a place for that to happen, man. However you feel about this team, anything you got to say, man, let it out. We talked through it all. I love to hear what everybody has to say about the Sixers while we're doing this. That's what the point of this is, to interact with the community, to hear everybody's viewpoints, to have thoughtful discussions. My God. The Grizzlies got this little They got kids on the court right now playing this like kids basketball game, and these two kids just smashed heads together. He's getting carried off the court. Oh, God. Robert, team takes the money and runs home after every game. Nurse, too. But look, this team, I know how badly they want to win. They're obviously not purposely, not playing their best. Jared McCain has 10 points, 3 assists. 3 of 9 from the field, though. Yabusele, 8 points in 8 minutes. Again, Maxey only played 5 minutes. I'm curious if there's been any kind of update on his status, or if they're really just not really playing him. Trying to look on Twitter/X, see if I can find anything here. Yeah, nothing on Maxey right now. It's the NBA. 10 points is nothing. Play some D. Look, yeah, 10 points. Look, you make a couple shots, and all of a sudden you're right back in the game. Here's my thing. I don't understand why Maxey played in this game if he only played 5 minutes. If he's not healthy enough to go, and he's only healthy enough to play 5 minutes in the first half, why is he playing? Why? Just sit him and let him play Friday. It doesn't make sense, man. Just does not make sense. For those of you hanging out here with us, if you are not already subscribed to the channel, I encourage you, and I would appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. We are over 20,000 strong now here on the channel, approaching 21,000. What you get here on the channel, why you should subscribe, near daily videos on the 76ers, watch parties like this at least once a week for right now, and then eventually more moving forward. And as Jerry says, hit that like button. News, rumors, analysis, short form content as well in the form of YouTube shorts on the channel. And I know it's been a rough season, and a lot of people might not be as invested into the Sixers as they might normally be, man. But look, we're going to be there every step of the way. And win or lose, we're here for you. And I'm still going to be following the Sixers and watching every game and being invested in what they have to do and how they're performing. So if you're a diehard Sixers fan, you're looking for somewhere to keep up with the Sixers every single day, become a more well-informed fan, and always know what's going on, I encourage you to hit that sub button. Sub for Sixers dubs. If you want them to win this game, we have a saying around here at Chat Sports, sub for dubs. Jerry saying, hit that like button. Community says, thanks for the reminder, Jerry. Appreciate both of y'all. Lord Buddy Bear, that's the beauty of fandom. We all don't agree on a player or playing or coaching, but we all want the same thing, a championship. Beautifully said, Lord Buddy Bear. At the end of the day, whatever your frustrations are with the 76ers, whatever your opinions are on the team and how you feel about Joel Embiid or Nick Nurse or whatever, how this team is playing, all the fans want the same thing. All the players, all the coaches want the same thing, and that's to win a championship. And all that matters is how you get it done. And that starts with this game. How do you get this game turned around in your favor? And it starts with playing better defense, getting back in transition, stop giving up so many open threes. Because when you look at what Memphis has done in this first half, Desmond Bane has 16 points, 4 of 7 from 3. Luke Kennard, 9 points, 3 of 5 from 3. Jaren Jackson, 10 points, 2 of 4 from 3. Jalen Wells has 8 points. He is 2 of 3 from 3. So, Memphis is a team right now is 13 of 26 from 3. They are shooting 50% from beyond the arc. That's unacceptable. Philadelphia is 4 of 18 from 3. That is 22%. Memphis is out shooting Philadelphia 51% to 41%. Unacceptable. And Memphis has 5 more turnovers than Philadelphia, but you can't capitalize. And Philly has 32 points in the paint to Memphis' 20. Philly's gotten dominated in the paint all season long. They're finally leading in that metric, and it doesn't even matter because you're giving up so many open threes. What's the rebounding battle look like? 22 rebounds for Philly. 25 for Memphis, so close there. I'll tell you what right now. The start of this third quarter is going to tell me all I need to know about this team and about their stars. How do you respond now in this third quarter after you're down 10 when you all met in this team meeting and said that you wanted to play better and you had to play better and you hashed out all these things that you had to do, and now you're down 10 on the road to Memphis. You've been one of the worst third quarter teams in the league all season long, struggling to score in the third quarter in almost every single game. So now how do you respond in this one? Do they come out strong, cut the lead to 5, cut the lead to 2, coming out of half? Or do they give up and shrink like they have all season long? What do they do? What do they do? Oh! My mom, Lisa Chipper, $20 super chat. Can that get the good vibes going here? A 20-piece. Let's go Sixers. Come back and win. Whew. Can the Sixers please play a good third quarter? Come back in this game. Get some juice. Get some spark. Doobie Turner, team meetings usually don't work, just saying. I actually agree with you. I don't think they usually work long term, but I think in the short term, like the immediate game after the team meeting, it usually does work. Just for one game. $20 coming in. We'll get that up on screen here in just a sec. That does mean, Jerry, that I have to take a shot. And for a 20, I'm going to crack my first drink of the night. Because it's a 20-piece. It's a 20-piece. I got to. All right, here it is. Big time $20 super chat. Let's go Sixers. Come back and win. If you want the Sixers to come back and win this game, let's get some PHIs going in the chat. Type PHI. Hit that thumbs up icon. Like the video. Let's get the energy up. I know this team can be hard to root for and hard to get the energy up for. But if you're a diehard Sixers fan and you still believe in this team and you want this team to win just like I do, let's get the vibes up. Get in the chat. Type PHI for the Sixers. And hit that thumbs up icon, like the video. So our super chat menu here, as a reminder, all super chats get a shout out and we show them up on screen like I just did. $5 or more is a shot. So that is what I got to do right now. A shot of vodka. I got some Tito's here. And because it was a 20, I will crack my first beer of the night. As you see, $5 is a shot. Every $50 in total that we get is a beer bong. We are up to $27, so $23 away from the first beer bong of the night. Jerry, Jeff, Community Band, Lisa, Ryan Rowe. Lai. Oh, what's up, my man? Lai Nguyen was in Eagles chat earlier. Said he was going to be here. What's going on? Manu, Memphis will win, I promise y'all. We'll see about that. We are moments away. Let me grab a beer here really quickly. The $20 super chat. I'm cracking the first one of the night. I like the attitude, Brody. Gotta keep the positive vibes up, man. Gotta keep the positive vibes up. Trust me, it's hard, but I still believe in this team, man. I still believe in this team even after all these years and all these games of disappointment and heartbreak. I still believe. Tyrese Maxey is coming back out here to start the second half. Ali G typing those PHIs. Again, if we want to get active, $5 shots, and we are $27 away from the first beer bong of the night. All right, second half underway. Maxey back out there with McCain, Caleb Martin, Joel Embiid, and Paul George. Embiid has it. Double teamed immediately on the touch. 6 to shoot. Tough step back shot as an air ball. That's no good. Great team defense there by Memphis. Bane going downhill. Layup is no good. Paul George gets the rebound and he is hurt. Paul George is down and injured. This worries me right now. Paul George is down. He's on his feet, but he's bent over. Oh, it looks like he hyperextended that knee again. Very similar to what happened in the preseason. What a disaster. So they're going to take a look here at Paul George. Just hope he's okay, man. Get those prayer hands like community band in the chat. Type PG. Man. This team just so unlucky they can never just bite the injury bug and stay healthy. Paul George hurt again. Hopefully it's nothing serious. If you're just joining us for the second half, played about 40 seconds of this third quarter, and Paul George seemed to re-injure that left leg that he injured in the preseason. We'll see if he comes back out on the court. About to come out of timeout here. Waiting for any kind of update or anything right now. I'm tweeting, by the way, on X throughout the entire game, tweeting out my thoughts. If you want to interact with me over on Twitter, at Jake Chipper, you can see it right down below on the screen. At Jake Chipper on Twitter. If you give me a follow, give me a like. If you interact, I'll give you a shout out here on the show. Paul George did head back to the Philadelphia locker room. So Paul George back to the locker room. Oh, here we go. Back in action. Yabusele comes in for Paul George. McCain over to Embiid. Swings it to Martin. Caleb Martin drives in. Puts a shoulder down. It's knocked away. Grizzlies coming back the other way. Scottie Pippen Jr. 3 is blocked by Martin. Good hustle there. Back into the awaiting arms of Tyrese Maxey, who kicks it ahead to McCain. Picked up by Wells. Over to Embiid. Guarded by Clark. Under 10 to shoot. Hands it off to Maxey. Maxey swings it to McCain. Yabusele tries to feed Embiid. Embiid was being held by Jaren Jackson Jr. underneath. That's going to be a foul on Jaren Jackson. The Sixers are 1-7 when they trail at halftime. Grizzlies are 8-2 when they are leading. Looked like maybe an ankle injury for Paul George. Yeah, it's going to be an ankle injury for Paul George. We'll see if he's able to come back in this game. Maxey now with it. 5 to shoot. To McCain. Drives in. 2 to shoot. Loses the ball. Puts it up. Loses it again. Grizzlies running the other way once again. Another turnover for the Sixers in this second half. No one has scored yet in the second half. Jaren Jackson Jr. open corner 3. That's no good. Good rebound by Embiid there. Actually jumped a little bit for a rebound for once. Now Embiid gets a wide open 3. Top of the key. Way, way short. Almost an air ball off the front of the rim. Clanked it. Now Clark drives on Embiid. Good defense by Joel. But he finds a cutting Pippen who smokes the layup. And now the Sixers going the other way. McCain pump fakes a 3. Drives in out to Yabusele, who feeds it to Embiid. Kicks it right back to Guerschon. Open 3. Good! Yabusele from downtown. And that's the first points of the second half for either team. Guerschon knocks down the 3. String together some good possessions as Jalen Wells goes right by McCain inside, gets the layup to go. Way too easy. McCain over to Embiid. What do you got, Sixers? Maxey for 3. That's off, boarded by Desmond Bane. 3 minutes down in this third quarter. Under 9 to play. Bane picked up by Guerschon Yabusele. He'll make a move, nearly loses it, finds Brandon Clark. That corner 3 is no good. I'll let Brandon Clark keep shooting all night. Caleb Martin pushing the other way. Yabusele, another 3. Good! Guerschon Yabusele is saving the 76ers right now. 2 made 3s to start the third quarter for Guerschon. And the Sixers down just 6. Come on. Come on. Bane. Mid-range. Blocked by Yabusele. He's giving you that energy, that effort that I want to see from every player on this team right now. Guerschon Yabusele, man. What a pickup he's been. What an impact he's having early in this third quarter. Is Paul George good? Is he okay? Don't know yet. He went back to the locker room. We have no info yet on his injury. Pippen, 4 to shoot. Brandon Clark makes a move on Embiid. Was scared to shoot it. Tried to kick it back out to a shooter, and that's a shot clock violation. Sixers down 6. Can they start to make a run here in this third quarter? 8 minutes to play. It's Maxey, it's McCain, it's Embiid, Martin, and Yabusele. Maxey with it. Screened from Joel Embiid. Pocket pass to Embiid. Free throw line jumper is pure. And the Sixers fight back down within 4. Grizzlies lead was at 10. Shrunk down to just 4. Bane drives in. His floater blocked by Caleb Martin. This is the defensive intensity I talked about at halftime that I wanted to see all game long. I'm sorry, that says 51. That should say 61. But this is the defensive intensity I talked about all game long that I wanted to see. Clearly, the Sixers had a talk at halftime and said, we got to get it together right now. And they've been much better defensively to start the second half. Kennard Drives in, kicks out. Scottie Pippen Jr. 3 is good. It was contested decently well by the Sixers. Couldn't catch who that was on the contest, but Scottie Pippen Jr. knocks it in. Now Maxey, open 3! Off. He's been rusty. But an offensive rebound to Jared McCain. There we go. Embiid now drives in, posting up Clark. He'll have the one-on-one. He'll put up a shot, and he's fouled. Fouled on the jumper by Brandon Clark, and Embiid will go to the line to shoot 2. So better defensive intensity now. Lowry is up and talking to the Sixers on the floor. I'm seeing a little more energy, a little more effort out of this team. They're going to call it on the floor, actually. So no free throws for Embiid, just a regular foul. Sixers side out of bounds, 14 to shoot. Caleb Martin finds a cutting McCain, and McCain loses it. It has not been a good game for McCain after the first quarter, where he had 10 points. He has yet to score since then. He's turned the ball over a couple of times. Grizzlies ball, 7 minutes to play. Kennard drives in. Embiid stonewalls him. Back out to Wells, who will take the 3. That's no good. Maxey skies up for the rebound, and Sixers now running with it. Here's McCain, crosses over, finds Maxey, who finds Guerschon Yabusele, open corner 3, good! It's raining threes from Guerschon. 3 threes in this third quarter for the dancing panda Guerschon Yabusele. Wow, what a pass from Wells to the cutting Santi Aldama, but he misses the floater, and Embiid grabs the rebound and is fouled. Guerschon Yabusele. Can't say enough good things about him right now, man. 3 made threes. He's up to 17 points. 5 of 6 from 3 on the night as a whole. What a run by Guerschon Yabusele. But Sixers are still down 4, so you got to keep playing hard, man. I know someone wants to win on this team, and that's Guerschon, the Frenchman, the Olympic legend. He is their leading scorer right now, tied with Embiid. They both have 17. Maxey drives in, attacks Jaren Jackson. Jackson bodies him up and blocks the layup attempt. Now Aldama gets an open 3. Aldama can't knock it down. Rebound goes to Yabu. Yabu finds Maxey. They're going to say Maxey travels with it. Desmond Bane tried to steal it from Maxey. Maxey had to kind of go up and over with it, and the refs say he traveled. Maxey's definitely been rusty. Just 4 points, 1 of 7, 0 of 5 from 3 for Maxey. But again, first game back. Bane, Jackson, floater's no good. He gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and it's good on the second try. Right over Embiid for Jaren Jackson Jr. Now McCain, guarded closely by his fellow rookie Wells. He'll get open off the screen, gets into the paint, nothing there. Maxey fumbles it, gets into the paint. Left-hand layup is just short. That's a shot he makes all the time. It was open, he smoked it. Wells in the paint, blocked by Caleb Martin, the chase down rejection, but it goes right back to Memphis. Luke Kennard open 3, no good. And they're going to call Caleb Martin for a foul on the 3-point attempt by Luke Kennard. So Kennard will go to the line to shoot 3, I believe. Great hustle from Caleb Martin on the play. Had a nice chase down block on what looked to be an easy 2 for the Grizzlies, but Caleb Martin was the only one playing defense after the ball went back to Memphis. Tried to get back out to Kennard, but fouled him on the 3, and the first free throw is good for Luke Kennard. A very good shooter and a very good free throw shooter is Luke Kennard. Second free throw is also good. Rattled in for Kennard. Jake LaRavia checks back in from Memphis, taking out Jalen Wells. For the Sixers, it's still Maxey, McCain, Martin, Yabusele, and Embiid. For the Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bane, Santi Aldama, Jake LaRavia, and Luke Kennard, who knocks down all 3 free throws, extends the lead now back to 9 for Memphis. So I liked how Philly's played in this third quarter, but it hasn't really led to much of an indent in this Grizzlies lead. Embiid over to Yabusele. To Martin. Martin is stripped by Kennard, turns it over. Kennard the other way. Good job by Martin getting back to prevent an easy layup. Memphis will reset. Now McCain on Bane, who kicks it out to Aldama. Tries to swing it over to Kennard, but throws it off of Caleb Martin's foot. That'll be a kicked ball. Ricky Council now comes in the game, as does Kelly Oubre, Tyrese Maxey, and Caleb Martin take a seat. So another quick stint, actually a long stint, for Maxey in that third quarter, about 8 minutes. Kelly Oubre diving on the floor, making some good hustle plays, knocks it loose from Bane. But I think they're going to call a foul now on McCain as he kind of jumped on top of Desmond Bane trying to pick up that loose ball. It was good initial defense by McCain, or by Oubre, but he dove like hands first on top of Desmond Bane and hit him in the head. That was a football play by Kelly Oubre. Like the hustle, but got to be more disciplined there. Jaren Jackson trying to post up against Embiid. Great defense from Joel. Knocked away. Somehow gets back into the Grizzlies' hands. Santi Aldama gets right to the rim, and they're going to call a foul on Guerschon? Where's the foul? Where is the foul? And Aldama will get 2 free throws off of what I feel is an awful call. Aldama spun around Yabusele, and Yabusele barely even made contact with him at all. He's not happy about it as Santi Aldama knocks down the first free throw. Up to a 10-point lead now for Memphis. 4.5 to go in the third quarter. It's getting dangerous for the Sixers. Both free throws good for Santi Aldama. Manu says it's wraps. We'll see. McCain, open 3. Knocks it. Illegal screen. Illegal screen on Joel Embiid. Takes away a Jared McCain made 3. Is he moving on this? I guess he is. Grizzlies ball once again. Off the illegal screen turnover from Joel Embiid. Desmond Bane, step back 3. No good. Rebounded to Oubre. 4 minutes to go in the third. You're not out of this game yet. Got to keep fighting. How do you respond? They got punched in the mouth against Miami. Did not respond well. How will you respond now in Memphis? Oubre down to Embiid. Embiid is fouled in the layup attempt by Desmond Bane. So Embiid back to the free throw line. Manu, at the end, I'll be there to say I told you so. Look, Manu, if the Sixers end up losing this game, you absolutely have the right to come and tell me I told you so. You have that right, and I will concede to you if they do indeed lose. But if they win, Manu, if they come back and win, I want you in here at the end of the game so I can tell you that I told you so, all right? They might have cashed me that ticket. Oh, that's good stuff. What do you got Grizzlies? You got Grizzlies money line? What you got? What's your ticket? I hope you're using DraftKings. I hope you're using DraftKings, brother. If you're not, you can sign up using the code SixersChat and you get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. So both free throws are good for Embiid. Under 4 to go in the third quarter. Jake LaRavia drives in. Good defense by Guerschon. Out to Cam Spencer, who finds Kennard. Gets right by Oubre. Leads to a wide open corner 3 from Santi Aldama. Kelly Oubre has to stay in front of Luke Kennard because Aldama got right by him. Ricky Council had to help off the 3-point line. And it was a wide open 3 in the corner. That's on Oubre, man. There's no way Kelly Oubre is getting blown by Luke Kennard. Just cannot happen. Embiid mid-range jumper is up and good. That's his bread and butter right there. So 2 is good for Embiid. Sixers now down 10. Moneyline Grizz from Manu. Jaren puts it up. Elbows Embiid in the face, and Embiid is down, holding his face. They're going to call a foul on the Sixers. So I believe that they're going to call a foul on Kelly Oubre here for reaching in on Jaren Jackson Jr., but as he went up, he absolutely elbowed Embiid in the face. Embiid's fine. He was down for a second, but he's back up now. And there's going to be a timeout on the floor. Is Nick Nurse challenging this call? So they actually did call the foul on Embiid. It definitely wasn't a foul on Embiid. If anything, it's a foul on Kelly Oubre. So we'll see. I believe Nick Nurse is challenging. 3:15 left to go in this third quarter. And I was just mentioning DraftKings. Well, we have a break in action here. Now's a great time to tell you about the great deal you can get using our code SixersChat over at DraftKings. The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance in the single elimination in-season tourney, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Vegas. First time? Here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SixersChat. That's code SixersChat for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball. So these were the picks that I was rolling with for tonight's action. I took 76ers -4. They were the favorites coming into tonight. They are down 10 right now to the Memphis Grizzlies with about 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And I took Embiid over 24.5 points. He's up to 21 on the night, so that looks good. Having a pretty efficient night, but not getting a whole lot of help outside of Guerschon Yabusele right now. Paul George still has yet to come back in the game after tweaking his ankle. No update yet on him. But I mean, Guerschon has 17, Embiid has 10. Guerschon has 17, Embiid has 21. McCain has 10. Nobody else has double digits. Oubre has played 9 minutes and has not scored. Caleb Martin has played 22 minutes and has not scored. Paul George did play 17 minutes, only had 2 points before the injury. Tyrese Maxey just 12 minutes, only 4 points. Just not getting enough scoring right now. Alex Rodriguez, I bet Paul George 15 plus. He can't even do that. Paul George got hurt. My luck, I got every leg hitting but George. He only had 2 points. He's done. Yeah, he's probably not coming back in the game. So, tough stuff there. But he wasn't playing good anyways. But, again, did injure that ankle and has yet to come back in the game. So, coach's challenge is unsuccessful for Nick Nurse. And both free throws are good for Jaren Jackson Jr. On the other end, Jared McCain finally gets another shot to go. An elite pass stolen away by Ricky Council. Now McCain for 3 is good. So a quick 5-point turnaround there for the Sixers. A bucket by Jared McCain in the mid-range, a steal by Ricky Council, and a 3 for Jared McCain. And the Sixers now all of a sudden just down 7. And a timeout, Memphis. Let's go, baby. Let's go. The youngster McCain making a couple big shots. Ricky Council coming up big with the hustle play on defense. All of a sudden, Sixers are crawling back in this game. They're fighting, and that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see some fight. I wanted to see some hustle. We're in a commercial break. Any super chat of any amount we get during this commercial break, I got this Happy Dad here. I'll give you all a cheers and take a sip of this. I'll take a sip of it right now. We're up to $27 in super chats. If we get to $50 tonight, I will be doing a beer bong, chugging a whole entire beer. There's a $2 super chat from my guy Reed Bartkiss. Says, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. Man, we haven't got to sing the song in a while. They have not won enough for us to be able to sing that song. Here's a cheers for that $2 super chat, Reed. I'll be sure to pop that up here in a sec. As Guerschon Yabusele nearly gets a steal, backcourt. No, they're going to call a foul on Guerschon. How is that a foul? Oh, man. Jay, I love this play-by-play. Thanks, Jake. Jay, thank you for tuning in, my man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Cheers and with you from Reed. Yes, sir. Jaren Jackson Jr. back to the line. Knocks down the first. Grizzlies are in the bonus. That's why Jaren is at the line. Here is that super chat from my guy Reed. Let's go 10-9-8. The Sixers not out of it yet. Not out of it yet. Can they make a run here to end this third quarter? McCain drives in. Layup is good for McCain. So a quick 7 points in this quarter in the last few minutes for Jared McCain. Sixers now back within 6. Kennard drives in. Double teamed. Swings it out. Santi Aldama nails the 3. Another 3 is good for Santi Aldama. That one was just wide open. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Sixers got to make a run. Get it to within 5. McCain drives in. Kicks it out to Yabusele, who gives it right back. Now feeds Embiid. Free throw line jumper for Joel is good. He got good elevation, good arc on that jumper, which is what I like to see. It was contested by Jaren Jackson. But a better shot by Embiid. Embiid, the big fella's up to 25. So he's over that 24.5 I took on DraftKings. Now Jaren drives in on Embiid. Awful shot by Jaren. Contested well by Joel. And what a sequence there. So Embiid gets the rebound. Takes it coast to coast and is fouled by Jaren Jackson Jr. Grizzlies fans don't like it, but Jaren was just playing too close as Embiid was bringing the ball up the court. Embiid did kind of wrap him a little bit. Jaren kind of tripped him up. And I think the refs are going to look at this for an intentional foul and a possible flagrant here by Jaren Jackson Jr. for tripping Joel Embiid as he was trying to run by him. Embiid did knock over Jaren a little bit. Maybe a little bit of a flop from Jaren, although he kind of just tripped over his own feet. But then Jaren, I don't think that's intentional. Don't think that's intentional by Jaren Jackson. He's just trying to get up as he tripped Embiid. Embiid took a hard fall. I think it's just going to be a common foul here on Jaren Jackson Jr. Don't see anything intentional or malicious by Jaren. But we'll see as the refs take a look at it. We're up to $29 in super chats. $20 super chat. If we get a $20 super chat, I will do a beer bong at the end of this third quarter. $20 super chat, and I'm doing a beer bong at the end of the third quarter. $5 super chat, and I'll take another shot of the vodka. So let's see. Scott Foster will make the announcement. Common foul, as I thought. So just a common foul there, Jaren Jackson Jr. on Joel Embiid. That will be Jaren's third foul. The Sixers are into the bonus, so Joel Embiid will go to the line to shoot 2. 95 people in here, 43 likes. Can we get to 50 likes in the stream right now? Hit that thumbs up icon if you're a diehard Sixers fan. And you want them to win, you're frustrated with the team, whatever it is. Smash that thumbs up. Because I'm always rooting for this team to win, man. No matter how the game's going, no matter how it's looking. And this game hasn't looked great at times. Other times they've looked good. But they're only down 8 at the moment. Still a chance to win this game. Embiid at the free throw line. He has 25 points, 8 rebounds on 9 of 16 from the field. Finally looking a little bit more like himself in this game, which is a good sign. First free throw for Embiid is up and good. That'll make it a 7-point lead. Embiid now takes a dribble, puts up the second free throw. That one's also good. Been very good from the free throw line tonight. Philadelphia back within 6. Here's Santi Aldama, pump fake 3, drives in, kicks it out to Cam Spencer in the corner. Grizzlies swinging it around. Ball ends up back in Santi Aldama's hands. Now to Jaren. Jaren drives in. He's fouled. Puts up a wild shot. Gets it to go. It's good. And the foul. Jaren Jackson Jr. N1 will go to the line to complete the 3-point play. Ricky Council got caught reaching in. Not a smart play there by Ricky Council. And just a crazy circus shot by Jaren. Gets the shot to go. And now is a chance to push this lead back up to possibly 9 points if he converts on the free throw. He does. So Grizzlies back up 9. Sixers have not been able to make that run. They've gotten close, but haven't been able to get it over the edge so far in this third quarter. Reggie Jackson comes in the game, along with Embiid, Council, Kelly, and Guerschon. Embiid wide open in the paint off the pass from Reggie Jackson, and Embiid is fouled once again. Fouled again by Jaren Jackson Jr. So that is Jaren Jackson Jr.'s 4th foul. I mentioned before the game, Jaren Jackson Jr. can be foul prone, even though he's cleaned it up a little bit at this point in his career. But still a player that gets a little bit block happy and can be drawn into fouls. Embiid's done a good job taking advantage of that tonight. And Embiid will go right back to the line, looking for his 28th and 29th points of the game. First free throw rattles home for JoJo. Grizzlies make some substitutions. Jay Huff, Desmond Bane back in the game. Cam Spencer out. Jaren Jackson Jr. out. And Caleb Martin now checks back into the game. Guerschon Yabusele heads out. Caleb Martin scoreless in this game. Has only taken 1 shot, but does have 4 assists, 2 rebounds, a nice block. He's made some hustle plays, but he's got to score. He's got to make his imprint on this game offensively. Embiid's second free throw is good. Paul George still has yet to come back into this game, but into the locker room earlier. I'm going to try to get an update on that as we approach the end of the third quarter here. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sixers down 7. Luke Kennard with it. Was hot in the first half. Hasn't made a shot since. And they're going to call a travel on Luke Kennard. Try to step back. Little hardened step back with Joel Embiid on him, but Luke Kennard couldn't pull it off. And so turnover Grizzlies. Sixers will get the ball back, about 30 seconds left to go now. Reggie Jackson looking to go 2 for 1 to go quick with it. Gets it to Embiid, guarded by Jake LaRavia. Embiid drives in. Euro step, good defense by Desmond Bane. Embiid's battling for the ball. And Embiid, in the fight for the ball, gets a little frustrated. Fouls Jake LaRavia. He's limping a little bit. A good fight from Embiid, but But that's a foul on Joel Embiid at the end of the day. And so Jake LaRavia will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws with 24 seconds left to go in the third quarter. That'll be Joel Embiid's 4th personal foul. He does have 29 points and 9 rebounds in the night. Jake LaRavia's first free throw bounces off the front rim and in. Tyrese Maxey will now chip back into this ball game. Embiid is holding his left knee. Looks to be in a little bit of pain, but will stay in the game. Xavier, Maxey really talked to Embiid to go 1 for 8. Shut up. Look, it's Maxey's first game back after missing a good chunk of the season with a hamstring injury. He's going to be rusty in game 1. It's to be expected, man. Second free throw is good for LaRavia. Sixers right back down 9. Shot clock and game clock separated by just about a half second, so Sixers will hold for last shot of the quarter here. 10 seconds left. Maxey with it. Gets a screen from Embiid. 6 seconds. Embiid over to Maxey. 3-pointer. No good. Maxey can't buy a bucket. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Grizzlies led by 10 at halftime. Lead by 9 heading into the fourth. So, Sixers... Excuse me. I thought Sixers played a little bit better in that third quarter. Played with better intensity. But regardless, weren't really able to cut into that deficit very well. And they will remain down 9 as we enter the third quarter. Gonna need somebody else outside of Embiid and Jaren McCain and Guerschon Yabusele to put some points on the board, especially because Paul George has still not returned to this game after injuring his ankle earlier in the game. We have yet to get a real update from the Sixers on Paul George. I'm looking right now. Yeah, so he left the game early in the third quarter, about 40 seconds into that game. And we have yet to really hear anything from Philadelphia on the injury front for Paul George. All right, we are headed to the fourth quarter at FedExForum. Sixers down 9 as we enter the stretch run of this ball game. Everyone in the chat right now, you know what time it is. Type those 4s. It's fourth quarter time. My man Reed's already typing those 4s in the chat. 100 people in here. I need 100 4s in the chat if you want the Sixers to win this game. Kobe Bryant 24, type in the 4th. Community Band 1, type in 4. Jerry S, type in his 4s. I'm going to type my 4s in the chat as well. It's fourth quarter time, baby. Can the Sixers do something they haven't done all year, and that's come back in the fourth quarter and win a damn game? Rukija Kamen. Rukija, type in those 4s. What do the Sixers got? How will they respond? Joel Embiid does have 29 points, including 14 points in that third quarter, 9 rebounds and a block in 27 minutes. Leads all scorers. Lisa Chipper, type in the 4s. Shout out to my mom. Timothy Griffith, type in the 4s, and we're back at it now in the fourth quarter. Jay Huff, pump fake. Drummond falls for the pump fake from Jay Huff. Drives right in. And a wide open dunk for Jay Huff. One dribble, drove right in. It was just way, way too easy. Martin, McCain, Maxey, Oubre, and Drummond on the floor for Philadelphia. Maxey hands off to Oubre. Scoreless in this game. Oubre drives in. Nowhere to go. And an offensive 3-second call on Andre Drummond. Are you kidding me? This is how you start the fourth quarter? By giving up a wide open dunk and then getting an offensive 3-second call? Manu, Joel can't do it all. That's why it's over. Grizz win. Not over yet, but you're absolutely right. Joel Embiid cannot do it all for this team. Wide open corner 3 for Jake LaRavia is up, and it's bottoms. And this game maybe it might just be over. Sixers down 14. What awful effort from this team to start this fourth quarter. This is embarrassing. Oubre passes it down. Drummond gets an easy 2 down low off the feed from Oubre. So Sixers able to put 2 on the board. Good defense from Martin, hounding Scottie Pippen Jr. And Kelly Oubre guarding Jay Huff closely in the corner. Huff steps out of bounds. And it'll be Sixers ball. So a bad start, bad first minute for the Sixers. But past couple possessions have been better for Philadelphia. Now Maxey with it will give it to Drummond, looking for somewhere to go. They're not running any offense. No one's moving anywhere. Drummond hands it off to Caleb Martin. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. He'll have to take the 3. And Caleb Martin drains it from downtown. Caleb Martin, good from outside. Grizzlies lead down to 9. Laravia drives in, kicks it out to Huff, swings it to Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane now back to Laravia in the corner, guarded closely by Drummond. He drives right by him. Scoop layup is good. That's just too easy. That's just too easy on Drummond. Poor defense from Drummond. And again, he's not used to guarding the perimeter, but you got to get better effort than that. Maxey drives in, takes it back out. Mid-range J. Maxey's been off tonight. Maxey's been off. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Bring it back down the other way. Jake Laravia at the rim again. And it's good again for Jake Laravia. Maxey drives in on Huff. Maxey finally gets a layup to go. 11-point lead for Memphis, 9.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Wide open 3, Jay Huff. Not sure why Drummond's not guarding him out there. Luckily, Jay Huff misses. Now Maxey gets into the paint again. Fall away jumper's good. So 4 quick points from Tyrese Maxey and a timeout. Or no timeout, excuse me. Whistle was blown. But Sixers now back down to just 9 after 2 quick buckets from Tyrese Maxey. Maxey's now up to 8 points on the night. But you got to string some stops together now with 9 minutes to go. And it looks like actually one of the 3 by Caleb Martin earlier. They changed the 3 from Caleb Martin to a 2. His foot was in the line. So Sixers are actually down by 10, not 9. Jay Huff, 3-pointer, straight away, good. Drummond continues to leave Jay Huff open from 3 for the Grizzlies, and Huff keeps making him pay. Jay Huff now has 8 points, 2 made threes. Jared McCain has it, kicks it to Drummond. Going to try to post up Huff, and he travels with it. Drummond has been horrific in this game. Outside of a few good hustle plays, he's not playing any defense on Huff, and now he travels trying to post him up. Just trying to do too much. Trying to do too much. You can't afford to turn the ball over like the Sixers already have in this fourth quarter. You just can't do it. How soon does Embiid come back in this game? All right, here we go. Grizzlies with it. Desmond Bane gets a screen from Huff. Drummond switches on to Bane. I hate this matchup. But a good job moving his feet from Drummond. Bane still gets a sliver of daylight and drains the 3 right in Drummond's face. The Grizzlies are attacking Drummond on the perimeter. It's been working all night. Now Drummond inside will go to the free throw line, fouled by Huff. So Drummond will now shoot 2. Desmond Bane up to 19. And 10 rebounds for Bane as well. 5 of 9 from 3. We need these, Drummond. Need these, Drummond. First free throw for Drummond. Off. Woo-hoo! Embiid's getting ready to check back in this game. You don't have a choice. Drummond's a liability out there. Now, Drummond does have 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 of 8 from the field, but I don't think he's been very good defensively. Counting stats look good. Eye test, I think, would tell a little different story. Second free throw for Drummond is good. He does have 2 steals as well on back-to-back possessions earlier in the game, but there's a reason Embiid's coming back in to check in for him. Manu, guess I told you so. Bane, step back. Pump fake, thought about it. Now kicks it out to Wells. Wells driving on McCain. And steal by McCain. Memphis turns it over right into the hands of Caleb Martin. Martin pushes it up. Maxey can't get by Scottie Pippen. Brings it back out. Gets a screen from Drummond. Kicks it out to Council. Thought about a three. Instead dishes it off to Maxey, who drives in. Maxey with the left is no good. A good rebound by Drummond, but he throws up a wild shot. That's no good. And now Memphis. Bane inside. Jalen Wells is fouled by Ricky Council, so Wells will go to the line to shoot two. Good pace by the Grizzlies. Not great defense in transition. Tough shot for Maxey that wasn't able to go in that possession before, and Drummond just threw up a wild shot. I like his effort. He's played hard, but hasn't always been effective. Wells' first free throw is good. Sixers are down by 16. Brendan Clark checks back in from Memphis. Laravia is out. And Joel Embiid, the big fella, now checks back in. It is McCain, Maxey, Martin, Ricky Council, and Joel Embiid. Second free throw is good for Wells. Sixers down 17. Sixers getting outscored 17-9 in this fourth quarter. It's the same game every time. Every game's the same story. McCain finds Embiid. Embiid posting up. Kicks it down low to Ricky Council, who's open in the paint. Throws up a wild layup. That's no good. Memphis is off and running. Bane now with it. Nobody picks him up. Finds Jalen Wells. Corner three. Sixers down 20. This game is over. Promising first half for the Sixers, just evaporated once again. It's the same story every single game. Timeout, Sixers. The Sixers are frustrating, but you know what's not frustrating? Is the DraftKings Sportsbook app. The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams split into 6 groups every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance in the single elimination in-season tourney, culminating in the NBA Cup Championship in Vegas. First time? Here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SixersChat. That's code SixersChat for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball. The picks I had coming into tonight, I took Sixers -4. That's obviously not going to happen. I did take Embiid over 24.5 points. He has 29, so at least I was good on that one. Use that code SixersChat. New customers can get up to $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Sign up today. Update on Paul George. Paul George, according to Shams Charania, has a left knee hyperextension and will not return. Obviously, he won't return. But it's another hyperextended left knee for Paul George. Same injury. Well, actually, so he did hyperextend that knee in the preseason. Now, it ended up just being a bone bruise. But this injury, they are calling a left knee hyperextension. Sixers just can't catch a break, man. We'll see what the timeline is for Paul George moving forward. As we get more details, we'll have a video out tomorrow for sure. with more details on this Paul George injury. Paul George will not return again. Hyperextended left knee. Sixers down 20. Embiid gets close position. He's fouled. They actually changed one of the Grizzlies' threes to a 2, so they're only down 19. Now Embiid will go to the line. Try to eclipse 30 points. I mean, it's a light foul. Light foul by Clark. Not a lot of contact. First free throw for Joel is good. So Embiid will reach 30 tonight. God, I just hope Paul George is okay. This team just cannot catch a break. It is the same knee for Paul George that he hurt in the preseason. Second free throw is good for Embiid. Do they have one last gasp here with 6.5 left to go in the fourth quarter? Do they have any fight left in them? Pippen drives in on Council, swings it out. Now Desmond Bane has it, guarded by Caleb Martin. Little pump fake, scoop, and score for Desmond Bane. Sixers can't get a stop, doesn't even matter anymore. McCain out to Embiid. Embiid puts a shoulder into Brandon Clark. Finds Martin for an open wing 3. Bounces off and out. No good on the 3 for Caleb Martin. Under 6 to go. Bane to the corner. It's knocked out by Maxey. Jerry, I remember the Sixers could have traded for Tyrese Halliburton, but chose to trade for James Harden instead. Things could have been so much different now. It's in the past, man. It's in the past. Bane cooking Caleb all game. Bane has been cooking everybody all game, X-Man. Sixers have not been able to stop Bane, who has 21 points, and Bane will actually check out now. Kelly Oubre also comes in for the Sixers. Huff posting up on Ricky Council. Kicks it to Clark. Back to Huff for 3. No good. Rebound to Kelly Oubre. Maxey with it. We'll get a screen from Embiid. Behind the back pass to Embiid, who takes the 3. No good. Offensive rebound to Martin in the corner. Swings it to Council. Around the horn to Oubre to Maxey. 5 to shoot. Maxey's fouled by Scottie Pippen on the reach-in. PG must retire. It's never going to change from Manu. Well, he just signed a 4-year max deal with Philadelphia, so I doubt that's going to happen. Obviously, Sixers will do tests on this knee for Paul George to see how bad the hyperextension is, how long he might be out for. But not a good sign that it's the same knee that he already injured earlier. Kelly Oubre, wide open corner 3. Oubre knocks down the 3. That's his first points of the night, I believe. First points of the night for Kelly Oubre, cuts the lead to 16. And the Grizzlies turn the ball over here as KJ Martin has entered the game, as has Reggie Jackson. Good screen by Embiid. Reggie Jackson now, wide open triple. That's good for Reggie Jackson. And a timeout Memphis. So a couple lapses there by the Grizzlies, turning the ball over. A couple open shots for the Sixers. And they're now down just 13 when they were down as much as 20. Not impossible. Not impossible. Seen crazier things happen. Y'all got scammed big time. T, used all that money on Paul George, and this is what we have to watch. It's embarrassing to watch this team right now. Well, I mean, you used all that money on Paul George, and now he's hurt. So obviously that money is not going to be useful for you when he's not on the floor. Team could have signed DeRozan for half the money, but instead signed an injury-prone past his prime star. Yeah, look, I mean, DeRozan, to be fair, DeRozan's been hooping with Sacramento, but I was always lobbying to sign Paul George, and I do think Paul George is the better player. I still stand on that. I still believe that. I'm not going to go back on that right now. I do still believe Paul George is the better player and was the right signing at the time. Jason Wonderboy, Sixers will lose? Well, they are down 13 with 5 minutes to go. But it's the NBA. Anything can happen. But, I mean, you look at the lineup the Sixers just had out there. Embiid was on the floor. He has 31. Caleb Martin has 2. KJ Martin just checked into the game, so he hasn't scored. Reggie Jackson has 5. Kelly Oubre has 3. PG's too injury prone, though. He's never available. Paul George played 70-plus games last season. Paul George was very available last year. And I know he hasn't been in his career, but he's coming off a year, again, where he played 70-plus games. He was 1 for 6 before he got hurt. Hasn't looked all that great. I agree, T. Had a couple good games, had a 29-10 game in there, but has been inconsistent to start. I think still working his way back from that early season injury and working into new chemistry with new teammates, new coaching staff. And now that's why it sucks that he got hurt once again, because now he's just going to have probably even more time off the floor. Important note, Paul George missed 3 weeks with the initial knee injury he suffered in the preseason, so we'll see now how long he misses with this one. All hyperextensions are different, so it's hard to tell for sure how long he'll be out. It all depends on the pain and once they get in there and look at it. But again, every hyperextension is different, so hard to know for sure how much time he might miss. I'd imagine at least a week, but hard to speculate. Last year before then, he's averaged 50 games per season with the Clippers. That is true. Desmond Bane tonight, 21 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 8 of 16 from the field, and 5 of 9 from 3. Community band, Paul George is an awesome player and an awesome guy. I'm glad he's with us. I'm glad he's on the squad too, but tough when he's not playing well and injured, but I'm still a big fan of his game and still like his prospects with this team. I know people are going to hate on him for some bad performances, but I still believe in him. And I would still go back and sign him every single time. Think whatever you want of that, just my opinion. Luke Kennard has it up top, guarded closely by Kelly Oubre. Kennard now turns it over, stolen by Kelly. Kelly attacks the rim. Weak-ass layup for Kelly, but he gets his own rebound and puts it right back up. So now the Sixers only down 11 here. Sneaky making a comeback late in this ball game. Desmond Bane kicks it over to Jaren Jackson. Drives in on Embiid. Jaren spinning bank shot. Tough shot for Jaren. Good defense by Embiid, but better offense by Jaren Jackson. Kind of had to lock everything up these last few minutes if you wanted a chance to get back in this game. Can't be giving up really anything at this point. Embiid, free throw line jumper, partially blocked by Jaren Jackson Jr. Third block of the game for Jaren, and that just might do it. Desmond Bane kicks it to Jaren, who faces up on Embiid, now backs him down. Jaren, wild shot, no good. Jaren gets it back, puts it up, and it's good, and Embiid is holding his leg. Embiid's down holding his leg. Embiid's limping off the court. It's his right knee this time. He's limping to the locker room. Nope, he's not going to the locker room, just going to the bench. Are you kidding me? Oh, this team is cursed! Okay. So Embiid and Jaren Jackson Jr. banged knees. So I think this is just It probably hurt. I don't think it's an injury, though, for Embiid. He probably won't come back in. He does look to be in pain sitting on the bench. But knee-to-knee contact, that's obviously very painful, but nothing that I would think would cause a serious injury. X-Man, this team needs shooting desperately. Too many slashers. I agree with you on that one, man. Kelly Oubre, Caleb Martin, both like athletic slasher types, haven't been shooting well yet. Like, you need someone out there who can be a threat from outside. You just don't have enough three-point shooters. Especially when Maxey's not on his game. All it's been is Jared McCain, Guerschon Yabusele, and Embiid. And Embiid just 1 of 5 from 3, although he is 9 of 20 from the field. So Embiid does stay in the game. Embiid is okay. Thank God. I don't know what I would have done if Embiid got hurt again. Reggie Jackson will take it in, swings it out to KJ Martin, who now finds Embiid down low. He's blocked by Jaren, but they're going to call a foul on Jaren Jackson Jr. That'll be his 5th, I believe. But I think it's too little too late at this point for the Sixers. That was a clean block by Jaren. They might challenge this. On second look, he did hit the head of Joel Embiid, so that will stand. No challenge for the Grizzlies. Embiid's first free throw is good. Why didn't the Sixers sign Malik Beasley instead of Lowry and Gordon? I was lobbying for a vet min signing to bring in Malik Beasley, a guy that can at least shoot the ball. You brought in Eric Gordon thinking he was a shooter, and he's shooting under 30% from 3. And he's old, and he's cooked, and he's washed. I don't hate him, but the rest of the roster being old, like Eric Gordon, Lowry, Reggie sucks. If some guys can find their shot, maybe we'll be all right. I mean, we're almost, what? This is game 14 of the season? If you haven't found your shot by now, I don't know what to tell you, man. But I agree, this team is too old. They can't be relying on guys like Lowry and Reggie Jackson and Eric Gordon. I would like to acquire a younger guard off the bench, especially, you start Maxey and McCain. You need a punch off that bench. You have no punch off the bench. And, do you just start Oubre to bring McCain off the bench? Maybe. Because I don't think Kelly Oubre is really a good scoring punch off the bench either. Especially the way he's been playing to start this year. I mean, he's only got 5 points tonight. Sixers are going to be active at the trade deadline, no doubt. But, I mean, if they keep losing games, will there even be a point if they're out of it? This is not the season I imagine the Sixers having when we came into this year. I mean, we're seeing the difference tonight between a Grizzlies team who has real depth and players who can create their own shots and score off the dribble. I mean, Santi Aldama has 12. Jake LaRavia has 11 and hasn't missed a shot. Luke Kennard has 12. Bane has 21. Jackson has 23. They're playing team basketball, and they have guys who can be effective. The Sixers just don't. Both free throws good for Joel. Sixers down 13 with 3 minutes to go. Good trap from the Sixers. Jaren still gets it out to Kennard. Back to Jaren. Back to Kennard. And they're going to call a travel on Jaren Jackson Jr. So turnover Grizzlies. Sixers will get the ball here. Caleb's shot does look bad, T. Lester Quinones can shoot. They're not going to play him, X-Man. Reggie Jackson, open 3 is off. Fight for the rebound is tipped out by Embiid, but right into the awaiting hands of Santi Aldama. So quick one and done there for the Sixers after the quick 3 from Reggie Jackson. Now Aldama's fouled by Martin. KJ Martin, that is. he gave solid minutes in Golden State. I would like for them to give him a chance. I just know this team won't. It's not how they operate. Oubre steals it away from Aldama. Coming down the other way, finds Reggie Jackson, gets in the paint, and can't do anything with it. So kicks it back out to McCain, who drives in, puts up a wild layup. But Scott Foster will call a foul on that layup. So McCain will head to the line. Fouls on Jake LaRavia. McCain, 15 points, 5 of 11, 2 of 5 from 3, 5 assists. I don't think he's taken enough shots for my liking. Hasn't been quite aggressive enough in this game because he had 10 points in the first quarter and you think he's out to another big game, but just 6 points since then. Sinks the first free throw. X-Men, I hear you. It's frustrating. It is, man. That's what this season's been. It's just frustrating. Both free throws are good for Jared and McCain. 2 minutes to go. Sixers down 11. Moving it on the outside. Aldama goes up, blocked by Oubre. Goes right back to Memphis. Desmond Bane, open corner 3. That's way off. Rebound to Oubre. Kicks it ahead to McCain, who will attack. Step back 3-pointer for McCain is good. Watch out. Jared McCain knocks down the 3. The Sixers pull to within 8. A minute 40 left. Sixers making it interesting here. Calmed Nips, $5 super chat. And a steal by the Sixers. Reggie Jackson takes it away from Bane. Up to Oubre. Drives in. Slams it home. Right over Jaren Jackson Jr. And the Sixers are down just 6. A late push here by Philadelphia. And all of a sudden, they're right back in this ball game. Down by 6 with a minute 27 now left to play. Kelly Oubre just slammed it all over Jaren Jackson. Can they steal a win? They're on a 17-4 run. Calm Nips. If any team cursed right now, it's the Pelicans. That is true. The Pelicans are a cursed team right now. They are dealing with so many injuries. I saw their lineup tonight. Insane. Insane the lineup that the Pelicans are running out there right now. Gonna get that super chat up for you. We're in a timeout now. Memphis did take a timeout with a minute 27 left to go. You see a super chat menu. All super chats get a shout out. $5. I'm taking shots, so I owe a $5, or I owe a shot, excuse me, for this $5 super coming in from Calm Nips. If any team's cursed, it's the Pels. What's good, man? What's good, Calm Nips? Appreciate the 5. Really appreciate that. That gets us up to $34 in supers. Shout out to Calm Nips, W Calm Nips, for the $5 donation. And a shot of vodka now coming up for you. Ooh. All right. Ooh. Grizzlies now side out of bounds. Get it in to Scottie Pippen Jr. Scottie Pippen Jr. just holding it up top. They're wasting the clock. 10 seconds left to shoot. Now Jaren Jackson drives in. Finds an open Scottie Pippen Jr. in the corner. That's off. Great rebound by Joel Embiid. Down to a minute left to go. Reggie Jackson trying to feed Embiid, who's guarded by the much smaller Jake LaRavia. Embiid spins around him, drives in. No foul. But Embiid gets the layup to go, and the Sixers are down just 4. What a shot from Embiid. 45 seconds left to play. Sixers down 4. McCain guarding Desmond Bane close. 10 to shoot. Bane, step back. 3. No good. Rebound Embiid. Sixers got to go. 30 seconds left to play. Embiid brings it up. Embiid finds Reggie Jackson. Right back to Embiid. He drives in, wanted to pass it to Kelly Oubre, who would have been wide open for a corner three, but Kelly Oubre cut to the basket, and the pass sailed out of bounds. It'll be a turnover. And now the Sixers are going to have to foul. The shot clock is unplugged. Gotta foul. Gotta foul. Sixers gotta foul. What are you doing? They finally fouled Desmond Bane with 17 seconds left to go. Man, the Sixers had it with a chance to make a massive comeback in this game. But a bad pass from Embiid to Kelly Oubre, miscommunication between the two teammates led to a turnover. Sixers had a foul to give. So now they're saying there's a problem with the shot clock. Refs will stop the game here. 17 seconds left to play. Sixers down just 4. But is it too little too late? Manu, it's all love. It's all love, Manu. So they figure out the issue now. The shot clock is unplugged. 17.6 seconds left to go. Sixers will have to foul down 4. Refs are still talking. I'm not sure what's taking so long. The Grizzlies are trying to sub Luke Kennard into the game. The refs aren't allowing it. Now there's another discussion between the refs and Grizzlies head coach Taylor Jenkins as they're trying to explain to him why they cannot sub in Luke Kennard. So they will not allow him to check into the game, and the Grizzlies will finally inbound the ball here. Got to come up with a steal. If you can't get the steal, got to foul right away. Inbound nearly stolen by Jared McCain. Oh my God. Risky pass from Jake LaRavia, getting it into, I believe, Jaren Jackson Jr. and McCain was a half step away from stealing that ball and would have had a wide open lane to the basket, but Jaren Jackson Jr. with his long arms able to reach out and maintain possession. They foul him with 16 seconds left, and the first free throw for Jaren Jackson Jr. is good. Sixers now down 5. They do have one timeout remaining. We'll see if they decide to use it after this free throw. Second free throw is good for Jaren. Sixers will not use their timeout. They'll get it in quickly to Jared McCain. McCain gets a screen from Embiid. Now crosses over, puts up a 3. That's a brick. No good. Sixers won't foul, and that'll do it here in Memphis. Sixers fight back late, show a little bit of effort, but are unable to overcome what was a 20-point deficit at one point. And now the Sixers will fall to 2-12. Sixers drop another one. They're now 1-6 on the road, 2-11 on the year. It was just too little too late, man. They started to fight back a little bit at the end. I like that they didn't just give up and let it completely fall away. It was nice effort for the most part. But the Sixers fell to 2-12. Paul George gets injured. This season might get ugly fast for the 76ers. Again, if you're just joining us, just missing it, another left knee hyperextension for Paul George. Left about 40 seconds into the third quarter and did not return in this game. Going through some stats in this one before we hop on out of here. Embiid had his best game of the year by far. Despite the loss, Joel Embiid had 35 points and 11 rebounds, was a +7. 10 of 21 from the field, 14 of 14 from the line. Yabusele played only 19 minutes, had 17 points. I'm not sure why he didn't get more run at the end of that game in crunch time. Was 6 of 8 from the field and 5 of 6 from 3. Really sparked a little comeback there in the third quarter. Jaren McCain played 40 minutes in this one. 20 points, 5 assists. So another 20-point game for Jaren McCain. Did hit 3 threes. Andre Drummond, 12 minutes, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals. Caleb Martin played 32 minutes, had just 2 points. Only took 3 shots. Kelly Oubre, 22 minutes, 7 points. Tyrese Maxey, in his return, played 19 minutes, scored just 8 points. Was 3 of 13 from the field and 0 of 6 from 3. Paul George played 17 minutes before his injury, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 1 of 6 and 0 of 2 from 3. I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock. Any super chats will keep us alive and keep us going here on the stream. If we don't get any super chats, we will sign off. We are $16 away from $50. If we get to $50, I will do a beer bong before we hop out of here. Every $5 super chat is a shot of Tito's. Jerry, can't wait to get cheap tickets to a Sixers game this season. If it keeps going this way, Sixers tickets are going to be very, very cheap and not very highly sought after. Was a decent effort at the end. Sorry for being a downer, but watching loss after loss is painful. T, I feel you, man. You're not being a downer. You're being realistic. It's what this team is showing you. It's not being a downer when this team just keeps losing games. They just go through spells where they can't score, and the defense was just unacceptable tonight. Outside of Embiid, really, no one else truly stepped up outside of McCain. Yabusele had a few moments. If you get a better Tyrese Maxey game, you probably win. But you're 2-12. Community band, thank you for announcing the game for us, of course. Where's Manu? Manu, if you're still here, you did tell me. You can say I told you so because the Grizzlies ended up winning. Congrats on hitting your ticket with Grizzlies money line. Philly chokers. I wouldn't say this was a choke. They never really led in this game at all. Almost made a fake comeback at the end. 20 seconds left. Does anybody want to send in a super chat to keep the stream going? Manu, I told you so. You did, brother. You did. It's all love. It's all love. Sixers got to figure something out. This season might be over, man. You're 10 games under 500. Two and 12 76ers. We might be looking at a long year and a top pick come the end of the year. All right, 2-minute super chat shot clock is up. So we're going to sign off here. I appreciate everybody who tuned in to tonight's stream. It was a slightly better game than we've seen the Sixers play as of late. The first game with the Sixers' big three only lasted 1 half because Paul George left early third quarter with another injury. Maxey didn't play a whole lot. When he did, he wasn't very good. Sixers fell to 2-12, and they're in serious trouble now as we approach the end of November. Sixers got to find a way to win some games, or else we're going to be talking mock drafts real soon, I'll tell you that. Appreciate everybody once again who tuned in. Like the video. We'll have a video out tomorrow detailing the Paul George injury, the latest on that whenever we get a timeline. And just talking about these losses, man, because they're piling up. I don't know how many more I can take before I finally start to give up on this team. I'm holding out hope still. But the Sixers really never have given us a reason to believe. And they've already had to have a team meeting. And things have already gotten pretty bad. Things get even worse. Crazy says it's over. It might be crazy. It might be. I'm starting to reach that point where it's hard to keep believing. All right, going to sign off. PG out for another month. What do we expect? We'll see how long he's out for. There's no confirmation yet how long Paul George is out, but we will know tomorrow. All right, that'll do it for tonight's stream. Big shout out to everybody who joined. Y'all are the reason that this is all possible. Everybody in here. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a single watch party on the channel or a single video. And let's hope for some better times for the Sixers. Until then, I am Jake Chipper. Thank you all for tuning in with us tonight and watching yet another Sixers loss. And we'll see you next time here on 76ers Now.